welcome fans to tonight's game here on Rogers TV. I'm your host, Jaci Solomon. The London Nationals are sitting at 4-1 this season. Tonight, the Nationals face off against the Chatham Maroons. The story of the game tonight is a playoff rematch. Last season, the London Nationals playoff series got cut short in a 5-game series in the second round to the Chatham Maroons. The Maroons went on to win the Western Conference Championship, but fell short of the Sutherland Cup. Tonight, the London Nationals look to redeem themselves from a playoff upset as they set the tone for the season. We're going to go ahead and send it up to Kyle and Jeremy.
Thanks, Jaci, and should be a very interesting matchup tonight. Two of the best teams in the Western Conference. Nationals still coming off their first loss of the season, that being a shootout loss in the showcase this past weekend, but continuing to show their dominance throughout the season.
Absolutely. I mean, the Chatham Maroons, the defending Western Conference champions here in the GOJHL last season. London off to a hard start, like you mentioned, but that shootout loss in Pelham at the showcase this weekend. Going to be an interesting matchup here tonight. 10 returnees for the Nationals, 5 returnees for the Maroons. Going to be an exciting matchup here tonight.
One of those big returning members for London Nationals is the captain, Owen Mcgowan, who last year was the GOJHL Defenseman of the Year. Fantastic season, as you can see there. 46 games played, 42 points. Was absolutely dynamite on the back end throughout the entire year for the Nationals, and has shown a big impact already this season. McGowan already 3 points so far in 5 games.
Absolutely. He's going to be the workhorse on that Nationals back end. He's going to be the guy that's going to like to carry the puck into the offensive zone and provide the offense for the Nationals when they get inside that offensive zone. And he's going to be a guy this year that's going to be a key guy, captain material for the Nationals this season. So I expect him to have a big season on that back end.
And then between the pipes, Aiden Barry back in net for the Nationals. Huge asset getting him back. Now has the all-time record for shutouts for the London Nationals. 7 shutouts just over last year and this year. 6 last season. Just unbelievable numbers. That's the record held by former color commentator of the team, Zach Springer, and former Nationals goaltender as well. And Barry has been fantastic this year, and looks to continue that going forward.
Absolutely. And Barry's going to be a solid piece behind the London net this year. I expect him to carry most of the load in, getting the record past Zach Springer. Springer was a solid goaltender for the Nationals as well. He kept his composure, so we'll see how well he does this year. And Barry, I expect him to get maybe double digits in the shutout category.
And with that, we'll head down to ice level for our national anthem.
Center. I'm the sponsor countdown.
At this time, I'd like to call Plain Basic, captain of the Chatham Maroons, and Owen Mcgowan, captain of your London Nationals, to the red carpet for tonight's ceremonial face-off. Fans stepping in this evening for Andy is our very own Lou the Bear. Thank you, captains. For 38 years, the Portuguese Fish Market has been supplying London with the best fresh and frozen fish available. Come in today to find out more at 708 Hamilton Road here in London. Fans, will you now please stand if you are able, remove your hats, and join Candace Burgo in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep
as we get set here for our opening puck drop, we'll take a look at our keys of the game.
Our keys of the game brought to you by Paul Salvador Masonry for Chatham. It's score first. In Chatham's 3 wins so far this season, they've scored the opening goal in their contest, and then in their 2 losses so far this year, they've allowed the opening goal in each of their 2 contests where they have lost. So for Chatham, it's getting that goal first, and for the Nationals, it's their first period. They've outscored their opponents a combined 13-2 in the first period so far this year. Playing with the lead after the first period is obviously something this team does well, so a strong first period will continue to be important for this London Nationals team.
Big thing going forward as well, just taking a look at the stats of both teams. Goal differential for both squads is huge. Nationals 26 goals for, 14 against. Chatham, on the other hand, 14 goals for, 16 against. So
it's certainly going to be an interesting matchup.
Chatham struggling to get that puck in the net. Nationals having no problem whatsoever. As faceoff goes right down onto the Chatham net. There's Jacob Julian right on top of it. Wood battling for it. Passing. He'll move the puck out. Gets over to Spence. Spence across the blue line. He'll dump it down. Right out front, Barry has to make a quick paddle save to put it back in the corner. Picked up now by Sandovi on the far side. He'll give it over to McGowan. McGowan across the blue line. He moves his way in, tries to put a shot on net. That gets stopped. Back at the blue line now, kept in by Kopkop. He gets knocked down. Spence will try to clear the zone. He gets blocked. Clearing pass into the slot, that gets tipped. Now gets to the blue line, kept in again by Kopkop. Down to Sandovi. Sandovi can't get a pass going. Stolen again by Hamlin. Hamlin banks off the boards. Clears the zone, back into Nationals territory. Wood, back to the defender, back to Wood again. Across the blue line, he's got Julian with him. Riley Wood gets his pocket picked. Julian's there to recover, throws it right in the slot area, but Bowers unable to pick it up. Rylan Bowers back in action again for the Nationals. This is his first game on home ice. Julian right down the slide. He takes a shot, just puts it high over the shoulder of Dylan Martin. Clear the zone are the Maroons, but O'Reilly, some great forechecking, managed to steal the puck back for the Nationals. O'Reilly gets pinned in the boards. Gets some help from Chard, but the puck will be brought out and brought around by Brandon McKay. Puck cleared out of the zone. Picked up by Curtis Heggie as he'll regroup for the Nationals. Errant pass goes off the wall, brought back the other way by Gervais. Puck thrown right through the crease area, but no one there to pick it up for the Maroons. Get on the stick over O'Reilly. O'Reilly just gives it away to Graham. Graham gets hit by Heggie. Back out front again. Nationals trying to counterattack. Lost the blue line. Bowers can't do anything with it. Stolen again. This time by Doyle. Doyle back the other way. 2-on-1 over to Graham. Graham couldn't get a shot off. And that one just bounced over his stick. Kalp at the blue line. He takes a shot. Easily sticked away by Barry. Behind the net, Fisher will pick it up. They'll carry it out across the blue line. Gets a bit of space to move. Gets over to Bowers, but just offside.
Yeah, so far in this opening 20 minutes, the Nationals and the Maroons are playing very tight, contested hockey so far. The Nationals are doing a good job on their forecheck. I mean, Dave Matzo said it last week. He wants this Nationals team this season to be a team that's heavy on the forecheck, to try to make mistakes and turn it into offensive opportunities.
Face-off won by the Maroons. They come down quick with some speed, but can't quite get anything into the front of the net area. Battle for the puck continues along the board. Stolen again by the Maroons, but we'll get our first penalty of the game as the Maroons will go to the power play.
Owen McKinnon will go to the penalty box. He'll go 2 for tripping on that one, and that's just a penalty, you know, one of those situations where he loses the puck and then a couple of swings of his stick and down goes the Maroon player in Brendan Gowan, and so he'll go sit for 2 or less, and it's the first power play of the game for the Chatham Maroons.
Right up to the blue line. Thompson, great forecheck to manage to get that puck out. Get some help from Chard, but will be called a hand pass on the play, so we'll get a whistle blown.
And so far, Chatham's power play this season not off to the greatest start. They are 4 for 26, and London's penalty kill so far is off to a pretty decent start, going 20 for 24 and 83% efficiency on their kills. So far, that's something that Dave Matzos is certainly going to be pleased with.
Yeah, there's something about this linesman I noticed as well. Is former color commentator here, Kyle Friel, is one of the linesmen out there. Good old friend of the show. Back to the blue line now, Spence. He'll move it over. Over to Bassett. Back to Spence. Down to Graham. Graham walks in. He takes a shot. Barry with the save. Nice play out front by McGowan as he denies the puck sitting right in the crease. Right inside again. Barry might another glove save. Maroons getting all kinds of opportunities here on the power play, but just can't solve Aiden Barry early in this game. Chard lead pass for Thompson, just out of his reach. Martin comes out and plays it. Over to Bassick. Back the other way to Spence. Across the blue line. Spence walks in. He takes a shot just high and wide. Sandovi turns, throws it back the other way. Doyle will pick it up, and whistle goes. Too many men on the ice, and we will see a penalty again, but this time coming to the Chatham Maroons.
Yeah, more of a smart play by the Nationals, as we're going to take a look at Aiden Barry's work here. As you can see, he's calm, cool, collected behind the net there. You can just see he's just making effortless saves. He's stretching out, making sure he gets a glove on that one, and he's making the key saves when necessary. And so far in this contest, Chatham's been putting a lot of puck on net. So far only 3 shots on the net, but Barry's had to come up big. And again, the Nationals smart on that play there. They shot it down the ice, and the Maroons player, just out of instinct, touched the puck. And so therefore, it's a too many men on the ice call, easily called there by the linesman, and he caught that right away. And so we have 4-on-4 hockey here for just underneath a minute.
And brought back down all the way into Nationals territory. Quick play right out front. It can't quite get the shot off. Great opportunity in front of the net is Matthew Cunningham, but can't get the shot. Cunningham again. He'll just throw it back down the corner. Cock will pick it up. He has to drop it for Heggie. Heggie has to battle in down low again. Now he picked up by O'Reilly. He's out there with Sandovi. Sandovi across the blue line. Fights off the hit. Gets it down in the corner again. Sandovi still maintaining body control. Tries the wraparound attempt, but nice save there by Martin. Hook up to the half wall. Another big hit thrown by Sandovi. Cunningham across the blue line. He takes a shot. That goes off the leg. Picked up again by Chard. Chard reached pass intended for Wood. Just out of his reach, though, and will come all the way back down on the icing as the penalty expires.
Yeah. It was a good effort there by the Nationals trying to make that stretch pass, but unfortunately it just missed the stick, and so icing, and Mr. Friel will be making a puck drop here. We'll see how he goes. Nice and smooth, I like it.
Face-off won this time by the Nationals, picked up now by McKinnon. Back out there in a power play opportunity. Over to Chard. Chard will set up for the Nationals. Breakout on his own, gets tripped up. No calls. Wood will bring it out. Over to Julian, but just offside. And we'll have to reset again outside of the Maroons territory.
And now London's got some power play time here to work with. 42 seconds of power play time, so we'll see how well they do. And so far on the season, they are 8 for 21, so not off to the greatest start. And then the penalty kill for Chatham is doing really well, 93%. So they've done a good job on their kill. So we'll see what the Nationals can try to do here at home ice.
McGowan, he'll just take it and throw it hard down the ice. As the Nationals finally get that full lineup now for the power plays, we finally get a chance to see it. We didn't see Ryland Bowers last week. McGowan, he'll pick it up. It's a fight off going as he goes after him. Bassick can't do anything. Bouncing puck right in the neutral zone. Julian will find it. Corrals the puck, gives it back over to McGowan. Back over to Julian. Julian's got a lot of space to work. Carries it up the right wing side, loses control. Goes right to Martin, and they'll hang on and just stop that momentum the Nationals are trying to build.
Yeah, the puck unfortunately slid off the stick of Jacob Julian, and he's a guy that the Maroons are going to have to watch out for, as he likes to carry the puck in with a lot of speed and shoot that thing high. So unfortunately for Julian, it slipped off his stick, and Martin, being wise and making a glove save there and getting a change of fresh players on the ice for his home Chatham Maroons.
Dundas comes into the face-off after Thompson gets kicked out. But quickly won by the Maroons. Goes down to the Nationals territory. Haggy can't quite make the pass. Almost picked off by Graham. Luckily brought out again. Haggy, errant pass. Picked up again now by the Maroons. McKay, he'll just throws it right down onto Barry. And Barry, not liking his options, will just go, just hang on to it.
And Barry making sure that there wasn't going to be any opportunities around him, as Haggy had a couple of misfortunes there in front of the net. He tried to make a stretch pass and he fanned on his first attempt, and then the second attempt landed into a Maroons player's skates and almost a scoring opportunity for Chatham, but luckily the Nationals get away with it, and so the face-off will come to the outside of Aiden Barry's left side.
Things getting sorted out. Face-off won by the Maroons. Goes to Frontier Smith at the blue line. His shot gets blocked by Thompson. Sent back behind the Nationals net. Pace Roth on. Can't make anything happen. Stolen by the Maroons. Thrown up the wall, back to the blue line. Another shot. That one goes right on to Barry. Barry, nice pad save. Out in the corner. Thrown behind the net. Haggy, he'll try to move it out. Duarte can't get a stick on it. Thrown right back down to Haggy again. Now up to Carter Duarte. Duarte makes a move, gets the puck out, over to Thompson. Thompson's got two men on him, gets it down into the corner. Puck just bounces right over the blade of Duarte as the Maroons will try to bring it back the other way. Over to McGowan. Maroons going for a change. McGowan gets some space to work. Comes down the left wing side now. Draw pass to Palmer. Palmer tries to throw it into the slot area. That gets deflected. Another shot from the blue line again. Palmer behind the net. Puts it right out front. Can't end up on a stick. Another shot. Shoots and scores! What a shot for the blue line. Seeing eye puck as Mike Comcock scores his first goal as a London National.
Well, you throw it at the net and something might happen, and that's exactly what the Nationals do there by Comcock. He just sees it's a seeing eye shot. It goes right back to the point. Comcock just throws this on net. It looked like it was deflected maybe off of a Chatham stick, and it goes right through the wickets of Martin. And Lou the Bear likes that action, is just like that. The Nationals have a 1-0 lead 8 minutes into this first period.
Just exactly that. Just seeing eye puck that managed to find its way through. You don't think Martin saw it at all coming down. But the Nationals will take that as they take an early 1-0 lead here just 8 minutes into the first period.
Yeah, and that's just a smart play for a defenseman on that at the blue line. You just throw it towards the net. It could go in, and that's exactly what Comcock did in that situation. The puck just came out. It was a centering play. No one was home, and he just able to make sure he had a stick on the ice, put it low, and then Martin wasn't able to control it. It went through the 5-hole, and the Nationals now are up 1-0, like you mentioned.
McGowan collects the puck over to Comcock. Breakout pass, picked up by French. French with his deflected in. Bassick, he makes a place. Picked up again by Nationals, right out front. Another shot from Comcock. That one gets deflected right out front. Bouncing puck everywhere. Milne just ends up crashing right into Martin. Puck comes back down the other way. McGowan, he can't handle the puck. Picked up now by French. French tries to bring it up the board. Stolen by Goyne. He'll throw back down to the corner. Played right out front. Goyne, he tries to get a shot off, but he can't quite make the one-time happen. Cunningham walks up. Picked up down in the corner by the Nationals. Over to French. French just tries to get a tip pass over to Milne, who finally does clear the zone as he bows with Cunningham. Takes him down hard. McGowan now with the puck. Throws it behind the net to right out front. Bounce, loose puck. Finally kicked in the corner again. Nationals maintain control right out front. Another shot, one-time chance. Beautiful opportunity as Fisher walks into that one, but can't bury it. Fisher down to the corner for French. French tries to get a little backhanded, find it back in the slot area, but gets blocked. Right at the blue line, kept in by Bowers. Now kept in again, this time by Fisher. Behind the net. That puck will be picked up by Liam Doyle. Doyle cycles the puck cross ice over to Kelp. Brought into the offensive zone. Maroons got the puck right on the stick of Graham. Graham can't quite get it to go. Fans on the first shot, but doesn't get enough on the second. Lucas Chard, he'll just try to break his way through the entire Maroons roster as he gets the puck down low. Right out front again. O'Reilly can't get a shot off this time. Brought back the other way. 3-on-2 opportunity for the Maroons. Nice defensive play again, this time by McKinnon. Back out front again, loose puck. Another opportunity, that one just goes over the net. That's 2 great A chances for Cameron Graham, but can't bury. National again in the offensive zone, right out front, Bowers shoots and scores! Ryland Bowers makes it 2-1.
Well, back and forth we go. Chance after chance for both sides, and Ryland Bowers is able to finish the job. I mean, the Nationals were fighting down on the sideboards, and it gets right in front, nobody there, and Bowers just goes top glove side on Martin, and the Nationals now up 2-0 as there was a flurry of chances for both sides there, a flurry of action, and Bowers is able to capitalize on that one, and he's able to get himself on the board with his 3rd goal of the season so far.
Missed assignment on that one by Graham, as Graham was the high man, as Bowers just slides in right behind him and just has that beautiful open chance in the slot, and you can't let a goal scorer have that kind of opportunity. And the other way come the Maroons. They get across the blue line, but just get stopped up quickly. Over to Wood. Wood has some room. Across the blue line. Puck gets tipped into the corner. Wood managed just that nice second chance effort to put it down in the corner. Julian's on there with Wood and Sanofi. Maroons will bring it back the other way. Frontier Smith brings it down. He gets hit by Hagee, but still stays with the puck. Puck goes right out front of the slot. No one there. Quickly picked up by Wood. He'll do a nice long pass over to Sanofi. Sanofi to Julian. Julian out front. Julian shoots. What a chance. A nice save there by Martin. Now picked up by Doyle. Both teams going for changes. Allison. Now over to Doyle again. Doyle trying to get some momentum going here for the Maroons. He walks in. He takes a shot. That goes off a leg. Picked up again down low by Terlock. Puck goes high. Almost hits the rafters, but it stays down. Picked up again this time by Dvorak. Dvorak tries to make a move. He gets tripped up. Penalty coming here to the Nationals. And as always, our first period is brought to you by J&F Concrete and Ready Mix.
Yeah, Braden Thompson will go to the penalty box. He'll sit for 2 on this trip as he comes in hard aggressively, and so it's a stick out there, and down goes the Maroons player, so he will sit for 2 or less, and Chatham goes to their 2nd power play of the game. And Thompson had a little bit of confusion. He went to the visiting team's penalty box, and the officials in the penalty box had to direct him back to the home penalty box, so a little confusion there for Thompson going to the wrong box.
And Bassick, he just a little overplays the puck, picked up now by Graham. Graham walks in, tries to get into Bassick right going down the slot, but gets deflected by McGowan and forced into the corner. Maroons still control the puck. Try and get their cycle game going. Spence at the blue line, over to Bassick. Back to Spence. Spence waits, passes over, another one-time opportunity. Barry makes a save, loose puck out front. Maroons can't quite get a hold of it, but will keep it in. Gervais, cross ice, Bassick, he takes a shot. That one goes right off Barry and stays out.
Yeah, close call there for the Maroons as they find the crossbar on that opportunity as Barry came across aggressive. And you're gonna take a look, it's a great stretch pass to the far side, and it might have gone off the top of the blade of Aiden Barry's goal stick, off the crossbar, up and out of play. The most dangerous scoring chance of the game so far for the Maroons, and they've done a great job of moving the puck around there on their power play.
Aiden Barry continues to show why he is the Nationals MVP of last season and so far this year, as just becomes one of the hardest goaltenders to beat. Jacob Julian, nice deflection as he just continues some hard forechecking, making Spence work for that puck. Spence brings in the offensive zone, carries it all the way to the front of the net. Ram can't make anything of it. McGowan puts it up to the blue line. That one just gets by Gervais and clears the zone. Cross ice pass over to Doyle. Doyle gets it across the blue line. Waits for his team to make the change. Sculthorpe. He'll throw it down in the corner. Picked up down by LePain. Back to the blue line to Doyle. Doyle skates down, looks for a shot, takes it. That one just goes wide of the net. Back on the far side. Frontier Smith. Breakout pass to Doyle. Over to Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe, he'll just dump it in. Picked up now by Pace Roth. Pace Roth will just throw it up. That goes off a leg, but it will clear the entire length of the ice as the penalty to Thompson expires. Back to 5-on-5 hockey here. 6 minutes left to go in the first period. Doyle with the puck. It's over to Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe tries to make a move to get around Heggie. The puck does, but he doesn't. Down in the corner, Fisher clears the zone, but thrown right back in. Heggie over to French. French gets a little bit of space. Brings it down, go across the blue line, still looking for that shot. He takes it. Nice blocker save there by Martin. Puck gets deflected into the corner. Picked up now by Spence. Pass intended for Ellison. That gets deflected. Picked up now by Palmer as he tries to hit Duarte streaking down the middle. Just bouncing puck can't be handled. Spence comes up the right wing side. He'll just cross the red line and dump it in. Pace Roth off the blue line. Gets it to Duarte. Duarte banks it off the wall. Gets a bit of help. Bouncing puck. That goes off a glove and out of play. As Spence tries to bat it down, but we'll have a face-off outside of Nationals territory.
Yeah, Spence, the big defenseman on the back end for the Maroons, trying to keep that puck alive. Leaped into the air to try to keep that puck from going out of play, and he ends up knocking it out of play. And so that face-off, like you mentioned, will come outside of the London territory. Under 5 minutes to go here in this first period. Chatham seems to have more control of the puck, but the Nationals have capitalized here in this first period.
Puck gets thrown right down into Nationals territory. Barry comes out and just gives it over to Kopkock. Now over to McGowan. McGowan avoids the big hit. Gives it over to Chard. Chard tries to move it down. Linesman gets in the way, and we'll have another penalty coming, this time to the Maroons, as Chard takes a hard hit. It'll be called for head contact. And it'll be Bassett heading to the box.
And just the speed of Lucas Chard on there shows you how defensive the Maroons have to be. He comes down the far side, tries to make a move around the far side, and then you can just see Bassett takes him out along the sideboards, does not allow him an opportunity, a route to the puck. So head contact, interference, you take your choice. The referee chooses 2 for power play.
Second opportunity of the game for the Nationals. And the puck goes down low again. Over to McGowan. McGowan now he tries to get a pass over, but it gets picked off and be brought down the other way by Goyne. Goyne applies some pressure. Julian, he gets pinned right in the corner. Great penalty killing action here by the Maroons. See why their penalty kill is being so successful. A lot of pressure being forced on the Nationals power play. McGowan manages to get the puck out over to Wood. He'll rim it around the boards, gets it to Julian on the far side. Back to McGowan. McGowan takes a shot from the blue line. That gets tipped right out front. Martin makes the save. Maroons will try to clear it and will. Puck sent down the whole ways. Maroons penalty killers get a change. And just some selfless play there by Cunningham, just throwing his body around. Trying to open some space. Bowers. Now back to the point to O'Reilly. Bowers again. McGowan at the top of the circle. Bowers, cross ice. Battle for the puck gets intense. Another shot out front. Loose puck. Can't quite get the shot on net. O'Reilly will just bank it up again to the half wall. Over to Bowers. Bowers tries to get a shot. That one gets blocked by Doyle. O'Reilly again. Now McGowan. The battle in front of the puck continues as the National, as Thompson just gets in all in front of Frontier Smith's face, right in front of the net. Cross-ice pass over to Thompson. Thompson works his way down. He just trips up on his own feet. Doyle will pick it up and just break it out the other way. Penalty is expired. Back to 5-on-5. Babcock, he'll pick it up. Almost gets his pocket picked. Still tries to get it out of the zone and will. O'Reilly now. And I can send right back down into the Nationals territory. Pace Roth picks it up. Has to move quickly. 2 Maroons right on top of him. French throws it to an open wing. Picked up now by O'Reilly. Back to French again. French circles down as he'll just try to get a bit of space to get some momentum. Lose the puck, picked up by Palmer. And we will have another penalty here. Too many men, this time to the Nationals. As you can hear the Maroons bench just going off as they saw that extra man on the ice.
Yeah, the Nationals caught napping on the change as they were controlling the puck, and you can see they had too many skaters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th skater had just gotten off the ice, but the referees caught it as the Chatham bench did communicate that there was too many men, and the Nationals get caught on that. And so another power play opportunity here for the Chatham Maroons, and we'll see if they can capitalize. They looked dangerous on their last power play, so we'll see if they can do something here inside the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, got quite a few shots off on their first power play chance, but could not solve the mystery between the net. That is Aiden Barry. Blocked shot from the blue line by Chard. Gets sent back out as the Maroons have to regroup. Minute 35 here left in the first period. Still 2-0 is your score in favor of the Nationals. The Nationals have taken over control in the shots category now. 10-8 is your total. Maroons had the lead for the better part of the last 15 minutes. Doyle, shot from the blue line. That gets blocked. A grouping of bodies out front. Thompson, nice job as he drives that puck out. Thompson gets stopped up, manages to get the puck over to Chard. Chard, he drives it, takes a shot, and scores! Lucas Chard on his off foot, puts it top corner. And the Nationals take a 3-0 lead on the shorthanded goal.
Well, we talked about how this Nationals penalty kill has done a good job, and they are aggressive on this one as Chard on the wrong foot, turns, shoots, and it goes off the glove of the Chatham goaltender and into the back of the net, and that's not a goal that the goaltender wants to allow on that one. And so unfortunate break for him, a short-handed goal for the Nationals, and Lucas Chard shows you why he's a dangerous guy on the Nationals penalty kill.
I think that play comes back as well to the hard work by Braden Thompson, really driving that puck to get out of the zone and get it over to Chard as he crossed the blue line. So just some hard work overall by the Nationals penalty killers. Played down low, Babcock. He'll throw it up. That one just passes by all the Maroons players. Goes all the way down. Milne, he's on there on the forecheck. Puck picked up right at the blue line by McGowan as he'll just backhand it in. Milne will drive the forecheck once again. You can see Dave Mastos' penalty kill strategy continues from last year, where you just have that one player just go all out and can try to continue that forecheck. Sandovi, they just flip it down. Just under 10 seconds left here. One maybe last opportunity here for the Maroons. Over to Graham, can't get to the blue line, but that'll be it. As the Nationals didn't look sharp to start the game, but capitalize on their big opportunities they're given, and will head into the first intermission by a score of 3-0. You're watching the London Blue Ring Co-op's Nationals Hockey here on Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details. sports fans know Sundays are for football. That's why you need NFL Sunday tickets. With NFL Sunday Ticket, you'll get every live game, every Sunday afternoon, all season long. Follow your favorite teams and players live in HD. Order NFL Sunday Ticket and get up to 200 regular season games. Call your local service provider today.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Welcome back, fans. I'm here with Blaine Bassett, captain of the Chatham Maroons. Blaine, what's your favorite thing about playing for the Chatham Maroons?
My favorite thing is we're a hard-working team, and we show up every game. We battle hard, and as long as the effort's there, I mean, I'm happy with how the game's going.
Awesome. How are you looking to lead your team this season?
Looking to continue off where we left off last year. I mean, we had a really tight group, and our captains, they did a good job at keeping us tight, and I'm just looking to do the same thing this year.
How are you looking to get you and your team back in this game?
Well, we're down 3 early, and we've had a lot of opportunities, and I think we just need to capitalize, and we'll be right back in it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Blaine. We'll be right back with more London Bruin Co-op and Nationals hockey right after this.
Leonard Thompson, 13 years old, diabetes mellitus, 65 pounds.
Starve the child to let them live. The treatment's as cruel as the disease. It's a death sentence.
Dr. Banting. This could be it. He's the first to receive this trial. But will it save him?
It's not pure enough. So we try again. And again. And again.
Before the discovery of insulin, diabetes was a death sentence. Banting, Best, Collop, and McLeod's breakthrough has saved millions of lives. Leonard Thompson's was the first.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drunk drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license, a criminal record, fines, and more. A message from the RCMP, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
Game Day London takes readers behind the scenes and beyond the box scores, offering news, analysis, long form, and interviews, all produced by local journalists. Catch the coverage at GameDayLondon.com. Back here at the Western Fair Sports Centre, 3-0 is your score after 20 minutes of play in favor of London Nationals. Quite a slow start to the game for the Nationals, but it really picked up, capitalizing on every opportunity they had.
Absolutely. I mean, the Nationals are going to be a team this year that, they'll have their slow starts every now and again. And, they didn't have the best of starts in the first 5 minutes, but they got clicking right away. They capitalized on Chatham's mistakes, able to get on the scoreboard, get 3 here in this first period. And so far, they're doing a good job of being in front of the net and getting those scoring opportunities.
Taking a look at those goals that we did see so far in this first period. And Nationals getting scoring all over, including a big first goal there by Mike Halfcock, his first as a London National.
Absolutely, and he did the right thing there. He went and just put it towards goal, and then Rylan Bowers getting on the board. Like you mentioned, a mistake and miscommunication there on that play, and then on the Lucas Chard just throws that a short-handed goal. Not exactly a goal that Dylan Martin, the Chatham goaltender, would want to have back in that situation. And so like you mentioned, you know, Thompson getting an assist, Chard and O'Reilly. So Chard's already got 2 points tonight so far. So he's going to be a player that's going to be impressive this season. And so the shots 11-8 in favor of the Nationals. Not exactly a wide opening period, but the Nationals have capitalized on their mistakes.
Bit of a disheartening goal there, that last one, the Lucas Chard goal. You gave up a goal late in the period, and it's shorthanded. That's not what you want to see going into the first.
Absolutely. I mean, it's an unfortunate situation for Martin, the Chatham goaltender. You know, that's one you don't want to allow, especially when it's shorthanded. I mean, you look at Martin's work so far in this game, he's been pretty good. You know, he's made the saves when he's needed to, but his team in front of him has given up a few mistakes that has allowed the Nationals to get on the board. But otherwise, he's been doing a good job playing the pucks into the corners, covering up when he's needed to, and so far he's done what he's needed to so far to keep his team in it.
Yeah, it's not like he's been bad by any means. Nationals just capitalizing on the opportunities that they're given. On the other end, there's no opportunities being given by Aiden Barry so far in this game, as he continues to absolutely just roll throughout the season so far.
Absolutely. Aiden Barry so far is Mr. Consistency in goal for the London Nationals. I mean, he has the shutout record already this season, getting 7 on the campaign for his career as a London National, but he's just calm, cool, collected in the net. He comes out aggressive right there on that play there. He came across aggressive, made sure that there was nothing available. It hit the crossbar off of his stick. And so Aiden Barry is going to be a guy this season that the Nationals are going to expect to be in the net for them the majority of this season. Expect him to carry the load and get a lot of wins for this Nationals team.
Looking now through the Nationals roster, we expect to see a lot from that top line with Julian out there, with Sanofi. But one person who I really want to highlight, Lucas Chard, that goal tonight, 6th goal of the season in his 6th game of the season. He's at a goal a game pace, which is unheard of here in the GOJHL. He's been fantastic.
Absolutely. I mean, Chard's a workhorse guy. I mean, that's the type of guys that Dave Matzos wants on this team. You know, aggressive on the forecheck, and he proved it on the shorthanded goal. He knew that there was going to be an opportunity for him to get the puck and a nice pass to him out front. He's able to work around that defenseman, take that shot, which is a hard shot to get off, especially when he's off kind of on an angle, and he gets it up and over Martin. So Lucas Chard impressive here tonight, and so far impressive on this season.
Another person who I like to give a shout out to as well is Braden Thompson, guy who's just first year with the Nationals here this season, and has really shown that he's such a versatile player. He's playing in a middle 6 role for the team, but he's getting a lot of power play opportunities and penalty kill time. What's his impact been so far?
He's been huge, and on that shorthanded goal, he did the majority of the work on that shorthanded goal. He shot it down into the Chatham territory, and he just went basically like a bulldog and ran right towards the puck, able to win that battle, feed it over to Lucas Chard, and he's able to finish the work. But that all was displayed there by Thompson. I mean, he did get a penalty in that first period, but he's going to be a guy that's going to be a key player for this Nationals team, working hard, getting on that forecheck, and providing the offense that the Nationals want.
Absolutely. Nationals now up 3-0 as we get set for the second period after this.
Hi, I'm Matt Loop, and I am currently on Jack Mornings with Stax, Megan, and Loop on Jack 102.3. But it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day today. I can't believe I was first introduced to volunteering at Rogers back when I was taking TV broadcasting at Fanshawe, and I've really been volunteering ever since.
I love it when a show comes together.
When I first started at Rogers, I was behind the scenes doing camera for sports broadcasts and in studio shows, but then I put a proposal in for a sketch comedy show called Channel Surfing, and then I went on to host some shows like What's Up London.
I don't think they have a jumpsuit big enough for me.
I wouldn't be where I am today without the wealth of experience that I got at Rogers. Not only did I get to improve my broadcasting skills in an actual environment, but as far as the sketch comedy went, it also helped my writing, my self-esteem. It also helped me on air as well. And now look where I am. I'm hosting a radio show. It's crazy.
You should expect to take the occasional fall when you're paddleboarding, so always have your tether attached. If you lose your balance, aim for the side so that you fall into the water. To get back on your board from the side, pull yourself aboard while remaining in the prone position. Once aboard, reorient yourself so that you're facing the front of the board. Then, using your paddle to brace yourself, get up to your knees and then stand.
Join Mike Jack, who holds multiple world records for eating spicy peppers, as he challenges London restaurants to make the spiciest dishes they can, and then he eats them. This week, he visits Shelby's, Powerhouse, and Wing Snob. Watch Jack of the Heat Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Taking a look at our Paul Duarte and associate shots on goal. After 20 minutes of play, the Nationals leading the Chatham Maroons 11-8. And in the score, in the where it matters, 3-0 as your score. And looking forward to next week, the London Nationals welcome the Strathroy Rockets into town in a matchup that has always been a pretty intense matchup between the two teams. No matter where the Rockets and Nationals are in the standings, Rockets always come out to play when they come to the Western Fair Sports Center. Back here at the Western Fair, and the Nationals and Maroons, one thing I've noticed a lot is penalty kill. Special teams has been a big aspect of this game. Both teams getting quite a few opportunities throughout this first period, and neither team's power play has really been able to generate anything. It's a lot of penalty kill doing work.
Absolutely. I mean, the penalty kill for both sides is over the 80% projectile, which is a real good penalty kill special teams skill that both teams actually have, in which it's a good thing for both teams to be on their penalty kill, and it's going to be a big matchup for tonight's game. I mean, there was a couple of penalties in that opening 20 minutes in which, you know, the Nationals still have 10 seconds to kill of that penalty that they had in that first period. So we'll see how well they can kill that off. Just only 10 seconds, so we'll see if they can increase their penalty kill numbers. Special teams big in the GOJHL. It can prove costly and it can be rewarded.
The other thing that could be a little worrisome for the Maroons as we get started here in the second period, we mentioned off the top of the show, they haven't been as astute as scoring goals as they have been in past seasons, and Nationals have been pretty solid at shutting it down. The Maroons got to try to find a way to change the story there.
Absolutely. I mean, we talked about it in our keys of the game, which for Chatham it was trying to score the first goal of the game, and in their games that they've won, they've scored the first goal, and in the games where they've lost, they've given up the first goal, and in that first period, they give up 3. So we'll see how the Nationals can defend/attack here in this second 20 minutes.
As the face-off gets scrummed here, but goes over to Bassick, as the Maroons will try to capitalize on this last 10 seconds of the penalty, but will not be able to do anything with it as McKinnon jumps back on the ice and brings us to 5-on-5. Behind the net, Spence over to stolen by Wood. Wood right out front. Julian tries to get a shot. That gets blocked. Sandovi can't quite get a stick on it. Puck is cleared right to the point. Right out front again. Sandovi gets a tip, but can't quite get it to go on net. Riley Wood throws it out front again to Julian. Julian takes a shot. Blocker saved again. Loose puck, still trying to get a hold of it. Julian using that long reach as he puts it back into the corner. Wood, he fights off a hit. Another penalty here coming this time to the Maroons. Still no call here, and the whistle finally blows just as Barry finally gets to the bench. So he gets the big long skate for no reason. But the Nationals head to the power play once again. Chance to extend their lead to 4.
Yeah, you can see it there. It just goes on net, and you can see the scoring chances on there. And the Nationals did a good job of keeping it in front, and they get it down to the far side, and that's the penalty right there. Spence going a little too far on Jacob Julian with the rough stuff, and so he'll go sit for 2 minutes on the rough, and so now the Nationals will go to the power play and see if they can capitalize here just inside a minute of the second period.
Bouncing puck gets cleared of the zone, and the Maroons will clear it all the way down. Hustle going there by Rory Elson as he gets on top of the puck, but he gets blocked and picked up by McGowan. McGowan, cross ice over to Bowers. Bowers, already 1 goal in this game. He brings it across the blue line, can't do anything with it. Gets brought back into neutral ice. Julian recovers. Julian, across the blue line. He works into the slot. Nice cross ice pass, takes a shot out, gets blocked, but right back on a stick. Being held by Chard. Chard over McGowan. Over to Bowers. Bowers tries to get into Chard. Bouncing puck can't be controlled. Now Julian. Cross ice to Bowers. Another shot right for the blue line by McGowan. Loose puck down low. Tries to get it to go, but can't. Stays out and ends up on the stick of Jacob Julian. Julian circles back. Over to McGowan. Back to Julian. McGowan again. Tees up the pass over to Bowers, but Bowers can't. His shot gets blocked. Clearing attempt by the Maroons a little too high as that slams off one of the rafters, and we'll have a face-off in neutral ice.
And the Maroons doing a good job on that penalty kill of keeping the play to the outside, as the referee was just dealing with what comes to be a normalcy at the Western Fair, the pegs, especially in that end zone towards the parking lot here at the Western Fair. The pegs haven't really been a factor so far last week, but they introduced themselves this week.
It's the right peg. It's always the right peg. Goes back years to when David Ovjanikov was in net for the Nationals, where it was every 5 minutes it was coming off the mornings. Back the other way, here come the Maroons. Cross the blue line, takes the shot. That one bouncing puck gets lost, but found by the Nationals. Now over to Sanofi. Cross the blue line. He holds onto it, tries to put it right out front to Pace Roth, who's streaking down the middle. He gets stopped. Palmer gets taken down on the far side. Picked up again by Pace Roth. Over to O'Reilly. Back into the slot area. Cobcock dishes it over. Another shot, bouncing puck down low. Sanofi can't get the tip that he wants in front. Sent behind the net. Palmer tries to get on it. He gets out muscled for the puck. Bouncing puck again, ends up in the netting and out of play as the penalty does expire. So we're back to 5-on-5 hockey once again.
The Maroons did a good job keeping play to the outside as the faceoff will come outside of the Chatham end zone. And so far early on, London's done a good job of keeping the pressure inside of Chatham's territory. And we'll see if they can continue to do that and keep their legs moving here in the second period.
Face off just outside of the Maroons territory. Thompson gets a warning, but now we'll get the boot. In comes Duarte. Wins that face off cleanly. Back to Pace Roth. Tipped in by Thompson. Down low again, nice break opportunity. Here comes Dvorak, walks in, backhand chance. What a save by Barry. Another shot outside, Bassick, he takes it. Another save by Barry again. A little more rough stuff happening behind right at the side of the Nationals net.
And I believe we're going to see some penalties come out of this, as we'll take a look at the work here of Aiden Barry. The puck comes all the way down, and a good stretch pass, and it goes right onto the stick of the Maroons player there in Hamlin. Yeah, exactly, and he goes in and he makes a good play, and Barry makes the save on that one, and he's able to come up big as it's centered right out back out front, and then the scrum ensues, and the Nationals are down a man. As in the box is going to be Curtis Hagee, as he was a little too physical down in front of the net, and so the Maroons go to the power play. And this is going to be a key power play here for the Maroons. They can really try to capitalize on this one and get into the game with a goal, something that they didn't get in period number one.
Face-off quickly won by the Nationals, and they'll just pick it up and dump it down the entire length of the ice. Let's get a chance to get some breathing room. Bassick gives it up. Here's Gervais, now cross ice to Spence. Spence gets stopped up right at the half wall. Collected again by the Maroons as they'll maintain possession in the offensive zone. Gervais, he takes a shot, blocked by McGowan. Bassick again, over to Gervais. Cross ice to Spence, back to Gervais again. He takes a shot, that gets tipped and goes wide. Bassick collects it, McGowan right on top of him. Bassick will just dump it down behind the net. Nice read there by Fisher as Nationals will clear the zone once again. Nationals get a chance to reset and get all new fresh penalty killers on the ice. Here comes Graham. Carries it down the left wing side. Cross ice pass gets picked off and sent back down the other way by Milne. Here come the Maroons. Spence up the right wing side. He takes a shot. That goes off a leg and then over the net. Kept in by Matherson and then now will be thrown back down in the Maroons territory. Doyle will pick it up as he sets up. Puck gets overskated by Frontier Smith. Back to Matherson. Over to Frontier Smith again. Carries it across the blue line, but the Maroons cannot get anything going offensively as the Nationals just send them right back down in their own zone. Sanavy applying all kinds of pressure to Doyle. Back onto the stick of Matheson. Gets across the blue line, but can't do anything with it. Throws it down in the corner. McKinnon, he gets hit hard. Matheson again pins the puck along the boards. Popcock's battling in there as well. Now he picked up by McKinnon. Sends it up the left wing side. Milne can't make the pass. Sculthorpe will collect it for the Maroons, and he'll bring it in the offensive zone. Sculthorpe again. Nice hustle. Gets a hold of the puck. McKinnon loses his stick. Back to the blue line. Frontier Smith. He takes a shot. That one just goes easily right to the pads of Barry. Another shot from Sculthorpe. That one just goes wide. Doyle holds the line on the far side. Right out front. Sculthorpe can't get a stick on it. But he'll collect it again right on the wall. Throws it behind the net. Picked up by LePayne. Brought back the other way. Nationals get it in neutral ice. Dundas can't get a hold of it. Stolen back. LePayne will bring it back the other way. He'll try to skate through 3 defenders, but gets stopped up. McKinnon still without a stick. These Nationals still getting pinned in their own zone. Spence, cross ice to Doyle. Doyle, nice job holding the line. Stops up, gets around Duarte. Back to Spence, another shot from the blue line. That hits a body out front. McKinnon, selfless play, no stick, but managed to get in front of the puck. Back again to Doyle. Doyle takes a shot, that one gets blocked. Duarte can't get a stick on it. Finally, the Nationals will clear the zone. Back the other way, here comes Dundas. Dundas, one man to beat. Walks in, takes a shot, that one, nice blocker save by Martin. Walks into another hit. Doyle, he's still got gas left in the tank. Carries it across the blue line. Drop pass, walks in, takes a shot, loose puck, empty net. Just misses wide. Huge opportunity. Here comes Dundas, 2-on-0. Dundas over, takes a shot, backhand chance, and can't quite get it to go as Wood. McGowan now. Drop back the other way. Cross the blue line. Here come the Maroons again. Cunningham, he can't hold on to it. Kept in by Spence. Spence, backhander, gets deflected, but Cunningham keeps it in. McGowan, he managed to play the puck. Puts it up the left wing side. Bowers is there. Bowers is going in 1-on-3. Waits for support. Tries to throw cross ice over to Wood, but that gets picked off. LePayne, he brings it in again. Takes a shot. That gets blocked out front. Nice selfless play there by Pace Roth. Another block the other way. Here comes Julian. Julian, all kinds of speed. Gets blocked up by Bassick. Back to the blue line. Pace Roth has to hold on to the puck. Nice move to keep it down in the offensive zone. Woods, Bauer shoots, and that one just goes wide. And we'll have a whistle on the play as the net just comes off.
Well, what action we've had here in this second period. As the Maroons go down on an odd-man rush, they shoot it on an open net, and they miss it just to the left, and then down the other way, it's a 2-on-0 for the Nationals, and they can't capitalize on it either, and they go try to go to the backhand, and they just miss. So flurry of action, back and forth we go. This game has had this type of pace, which the fans you would like. It's light, lots of speed, lots of physicality in this contest, and we're enjoying this one up in the broadcast area.
Absolutely. Down low again, Lucas Chard, he's battling in for the puck. He gets hit, puck just gets brought into the slot area, and the Maroons will clear the zone. Graham, he tries to get moving, but picked up and stolen by Fisher. Fisher again, bounce pass off the boards to Sanavy. Sanavy can't quite hold on to it. Matherson steals it and brings in the offensive zone. Right out front to Graham. Graham over to Matherson, shoots and scores! And just like that, the Maroons finally break their own deadlock and get on the board.
And Matheson's able to capitalize on that one. And the Nationals just had a little bit of miscommunication. As you can see, they go down low. Curtis Hagee goes down low, loses the men in front. And that's just an opportunity that the Maroons had to take there. When the defenseman goes down low, misses his assignment out in front of the net, the Maroons are going to capitalize, and they get on the score sheet here just as we approach the midway point here in the second period. And for Matheson, that's another goal for him. That's number 3 on the year.
exactly what the Maroons needed to go their way, as the Nationals have been the beneficiary the last few breaks. But the Maroons managed to capitalize and close the gap to 2. Still over half the game left to be played. Nationals pick up the puck, throw it down into their own zone, into the Maroon zone. Milne will play it. Throw to the far side. Back to the blue line again. Comcock, he takes a shot, bouncing puck out front. Again, now down to French. French out to Milne. Milne falling down to play. Loose puck again. Still loose. Milne tries to get a hold of it. Can't. Dvorak's on top of it for the Maroons. Dvorak gets taken down hard in the corner by Milne. French will pick it up. French throws it out front. Milne now in the corner. Just backhands her down low to Palmer. Palmer makes his way into the slot. Just tries to get an open chance. Loose puck still. Back to the blue line. McGowan, he takes a shot. Bouncing puck. Finds its way to the net. Ends up in the corner. Stolen by the Nationals. Comcock has to wait for the team to clear. Nationals going for a wholesale change as the Maroons bring out their counterattack. Doyle across the red line, brings in the offensive zone. Throws the puck hard around the boards, picked up on the far side by Trailout. Over McGowan. Brings it up to Duarte. Duarte across the blue line. He makes a move, gets it through the legs, but his body taken. And the puck gets cleared out of play by Spence.
You can see the Maroons are finally getting their game legs in here in the second period, and they've had more control of the puck, but the Nationals have also done a good job of just throwing the puck towards Martin, and Martin's had to come up big here in the second period. Shots currently 18-13 favoring the Nationals, as we're just waiting for the face-off to be done correctly, as Duarte was just a little too far inside the face-off circle.
Laid down low again. Duarte bows for the puck in with Gervais. Matheson, he tries to get the puck out, still bouncing puck. Maroons will get a hold of it. Graham across the blue line, tries to get it to Matheson, who had a wide open lane to the goal. Pass to Duarte, just out of his reach. Now we're to Thompson. Thompson walks in, overskates the puck, as he had a nice opportunity to cut into the middle. Bassick up to Matheson. Now across the blue line to Gervais, back to Matheson. He can't handle it. Dundas picks it up. 3-on-2 opportunity. Dundas over to Duarte. Duarte takes the shot. Another save there by Martin. Chard bows for it down low. Can't quite get a hold of the puck. Matheson will clear it out. Has Gervais with him. Ends up on the stick of Spence. Spence across the blue line. He walks in. Toe drag, takes a shot. That goes off a body. Big hit down in the corner. They're going to get a penalty on it. It's going to be a hit to the head, as the Nationals will go to the penalty kill once again. This will be Curtis Heggie heading to the box. Or not, sorry, not Heggie. Head of the box. It'll be Fisher.
Yeah, so go back to that little scoring chance. Duarte gets it, and he just is unable to finish and get a shot away, as he couldn't get it. And then right there, just a bit of a poor play there for the Nationals there, as O'Reilly comes in, throws a bit of a good hit there, but unfortunately it's going to be a checking to the head call, as he threw the Chatham player into the boards a little too dangerously, and so he'll go sit for 2 or less, and Chatham goes to the power play.
Chatham's power play has had no effectiveness thus far. We'll hope to change their fortunes here. Puck gets quickly thrown around the boards, kept in by Doyle. Doyle down low, his pass picked off, and the Nationals just going to try to break out themselves. Across the red line, McGowan, he'll just dump it in. Frontier Smith will throw it around the boards of Doyle. Doyle up to Sculthorpe. Across the blue line, he's got LePayne with him. Throws across ice, Frontier Smith, he walks in, he takes a shot, loose puck out front, bouncing puck, can't get another shot off, now it gets a shot. Barry makes the save, another open net opportunity. That's the third one tonight for the Maroons, have been only able to bury one of them. Frontier Smith collects it, over to Matheson. Now to LePayne. LePayne has man going right down the middle. Can't quite get the pass to where it needs to go. Nationals will clear the zone. Spence starts carrying it out for the Maroons. Over to Bassick. Lead pass for Gervais. Gervais, huge hit right at the blue line. And that's going to drop some gloves. As Bassick not happy with what Sanity does.
Well, welcome to Wednesday nights at the Western Fair. I mean, last week we had an accidental collision that was a steamroll, and this one, Sanity gets involved, and he absolutely lays the boom. And him and Busick are going to go for this one. Their game is over. An absolute physical hit on that one as he came across in the train tracks we're on. As you can see it right here. As here comes Sanity, and oh, just a beautiful hit. The referee was not going to call that one as it was a completely clean play. And then the Maroons immediately retaliate, and Bassick just going in there. You know, obviously a retaliation play for Bassick, just going in there feeling that it was a bit too dangerous, and he goes in, and then him and Sanity decide they're going to go a tete-a-tete and go for a little bit of a fight, and so they'll both go sit. Their games are over, and Chatham, you know, on that type of situation, they're not going to be happy with that. They maybe feel that might have been intentionally, came in a little too far aggressively on that one, but it was just a nice heavy hit by Sanity, the most physical hit I've seen a Nationals player throw in the last few years.
Just taking a look at what the replay looked like there, he catches it. Sanity catches him right in the chest too. Like that's just
clean
a
as a
great
whistle.
hit. Yeah, it's, Graham's head is up the whole. Sorry, Gervais' head is up the whole way. Just gets caught in a bad area, and Gervais looks okay as he's up and running again. As the Maroons try to find something to get an additional penalty call here. But right now, only one on the board, and that's Bassick. So it looks like we might be having a bit of 4-on-4 action here for at least 41 seconds. As refs and the coaches of both teams still trying to get everything under control here and sort out what's going on.
Yeah, so take a look at this one more time, and this is an absolutely clean hit. I mean, Sanity knows exactly where he's going to throw this hit, right shoulder to shoulder, and the Maroons player doesn't see it coming. I mean, the Maroons bench clearly upset that there might not have been a charging call, and so they both go off. Sanity will go off on the fight. His night's over, and so is Bassick. Bassick's night is over for the fight. They'll go 5 in a game for the fight, and an extra player and a player goes into the box for the Maroons as Owen Scorthorpe will go sit for 2 minutes, and it'll just be a 2-minute minor for that one, and so we'll see what the penalties are ended up going to be called here as play continues here in the second period.
As I said, bit of 4-on-4 for 41 seconds here. Picked up now by Space Roth, brought across the blue line. Julian, he walks in, takes a shot high over the net, loose puck again. Wood gets the rebound, but nice blocker save there by Dylan Martin. Puck comes out of the blue line. Martin has to tag up. Matherson gets a hold of it. Matherson, he gets hit, but manages to stay with it. Comes down the left wing side, puts it out front. That gets blocked. Back to the blue line. Frontier Smith, he can't handle it. Opportunity here, 2-on-0. O'Reilly with Julian. Wait, shoot, scores! Jacob Julian, beautiful patience. Makes Martin think he's going one way, goes the other, and buries it as the Nationals regain their 3-goal lead.
Well, welcome to the party, Jacob Julian, as he comes in on again, 2-on-0, and a beautiful fake as he moves his lower body to make Martin think he's going past, and he just finishes, and you can see it. Again, just that little move with the lower body makes Martin think he's gonna go past, and he ends up having an open net to shoot, and it's a beautiful move, a little shimmy shape there by Julian, and he ends up throwing it top shelf where Mama hides those cookies, and now the Nationals regain their 3-goal lead, up 4-1 as we're approaching the 5-minute mark here in this second period, and that ends up being a power play goal on that one as they're still going to figure out the clock situation, and we're good to go.
Jacob Julian, his 5th goal of the season now. Another National closing in on that goal per game mark, as the Nationals' big goal scorers are just showing up every night so far this year. Battle for the puck down low. Picked up by McKay. Behind the net, stolen quickly by McGowan. Bouncing puck, gets out. Picked up now by Palmer. Palmer across the blue line, tries to make a move. McKay keeps him into the corner. Stolen again by Cunningham. Cunningham trying to make a cut inside. Pass over to LePayne as he calls for it. LePayne cross ice, right out front, shoots and scores! Liam Doyle, and the Maroons get right back in it.
Well, you can't count Chatham out of this contest as they come down here on an offensive scoring opportunity. You can see the hustle. They just slide this one over, and Doyle steps up on this one, just puts it on the glove side, just beating Aiden Barry as Barry dives across to try to make a Herculean effort, and he's not able to do so, and so Chatham brings this back to being a 2-goal game, and they're not out of this. They're a team that will scratch and claw with the Nationals. Again, Chatham beat London in the playoffs last year, knocked them out, so this is going to be a game where they're going to want to get back into this and prove that they're going to be a dangerous team.
Absolutely, as a bit of confusion happens there as the Maroons didn't quite have 5 players on the ice, but the puck was dropped. Regardless, puck down in the offensive zone for the Maroons once again. And another great play by Doyle as well. The defenseman pinching up in the action there. Not something you typically would see, but just great spatial awareness as he comes in right place, right time to close the gap to 2 once again. Puck is up to the blue line and called for an offside.
And Culp on that play able to just not able to keep that in. He had to stretch back with his hand to try to keep that alive. The linesman right on it right away, catching them on the offside, and so London will try to come to the attack the other way.
Puck stolen by O'Reilly. He gets hit down hard by Elson. Stolen, picked up now by Chard in the corner. Chard tries to double back. He gets picked up by Kelp. Now to Doyle. Doyle, just the latest goal scorer in the game. Puck bounced off the wall. Brought into the offensive zone by Chard. Bowers can't get a hold of it. Sent back down the other way. Just a little too far to the reach of Fisher, and we will have an icing and back down into Nationals territory.
And once again, the pegs came off on the goal for the Nationals, but it counted just before the pegs go off. So Martin's starting to turn into a little bit of a Davidoff-Janikov situation here, where we've seen the pegs come off a couple of times already.
Shot from the blue line right down low. Martin kicks it away. Doyle battling in for it with the Nationals. Pace Roth tries to make the play, can't quite get it as that just bounces just over his stick. Right back out front, loose puck. A little bit of an awkward play. Some miscommunication here by the Nationals as the Maroons will pick it up as McKay regroups behind his own net. Quickly stolen off his stick. Julian Thompson shoots just wide. Thompson, beautiful chance off this Julian steal. Back out front again, kept in the offensive zone. Wood, he walks in, he takes a shot. That one goes high over the net. Thompson down low. Now Julian. Julian gets it over, tees up, shot right for the blue line is Heggie. Blocker to side again by Martin. Puck gets brought out, back into neutral ice. Spence will pick it up. Cross ice pass to McKay. Nice block there by Wood. Wood loses track of it after he blocks the pass. Gets over to Pace Roth. Now to Heggie. Picked up by McKay, and he'll bring it back. Tries to clear the zone. Stolen by Thompson. Thompson over to Julian. Back over. Almost gets called for another too many men here by the Nationals, but just fast enough. Another big opportunity for Thompson there as he gets an opportunity to that top line for the Nationals with Sanofi out. Puck comes all the way down into the offensive zone. Matherson, he tries to clear it up. Duarte can't get it on time. Graham throws it back into the corner. McGowan can't quite get a hold of it. Another pass, that one just under the stick of Duarte. Doyle will pick it up. They'll throw it cross ice, and now the Maroons will try to break out again. 2-on-1 opportunity here. Walking in, trying out front again. Matheson gets the shot, but just puts it wide as he collides with Aiden Barry. Another puck gets thrown right back down by Frontier Smith. Maroons having to change up their entire defense here now with Bassick out. Tough when you lose your #1 defenseman and then the Nationals lose their #1 right winger.
Yeah, tough when both of them go for fighting in that situation, and so both teams down a player now. So now the juggling goes for Dave Matsos, and the new appointed head coach this year for the Maroons this year is now going to be Santos. Santos, the new head coach coming in this season.
Back to the blue line now, kept in. Doyle reads the situation, takes a shot. Duarte gets the block. He'll collect the puck, just bounce it up off the boards, gets it over to Dundas. Dundas, he'll walk in, he takes a shot. Nice easy save right in the pads of Martin. But that is not liked by Doyle as the rough stuff coming out once again as Doyle trying to get a hold of Dundas for that extra little tap. As some carryover from last year seems to be heating up, even for the players who weren't in this series. As it is a well-documented fact that the Nationals and Maroons have a not-so-friendly competition between the two teams.
Absolutely, the playoff rivalry coming into effect here in this game here tonight, as a slashing call will go the Nationals' way and the Maroons will go to the power play. As the Maroons didn't like the fact that, you know, Dundas came back in and took a little bit of a stick towards Martin, in which they didn't like, and so Dundas will go sit for 2, as you'll see it here. He comes in, takes the shot, he just covers this up, and he comes back in, and it's right there. He comes back in, makes a little dig move, and then right there, Dundas just bowls over Doyle, and so, and again, the Maroons will go to the power play, and the Nationals starting to get into a bit of penalty trouble, something that they're going to want to clean up.
Maroons still yet to capitalize on any of their power play opportunities. And Gervais, he'll pick up the puck. Tries to get the Maroons into the offensive zone. Now to Spence. Brings it down the left wing side. Over to blue line for Going. Cross ice. Gervais, Spence again. Spence just hesitates a bit too long. McKinnon has to battle in there. 3 Maroon players. And they'll come away with the puck. Going. Over to Gervais, back to Going. Over to Spence, Spence, wide open chance. That slap shot just goes over the net. Going just pressured a little too much as that puck just thrown out of their own zone. Back in the offensive zone. Gervais tries to throw it down low again. LePain can't get a hold of it. Nationals will clear here. Last minute of play in the period. Nationals penalty killers get a full change. Maroons change out some of their forwards. Going. Holds onto the puck. Just battling for it with him is Julian. Puck gets crossed ice over to Spence. Now to Matherson. Matherson already 1 goal in this game. Takes a shot. Loose puck right in the slot. Picked up now by Milne. Milne, backhander. Goes out. Julian all alone. He walks in. Makes a move. Shoots. And scores! Jacob Julian. A beautiful play off a fantastic pass by Milne.
Jacob Julian now at that goal game pace. I mean, he gets this on a great stretch pass, and he's able to get it off a stick of the Maroons defender, walks in, couple little moves, how you doing, goes to the backhand, gets the shove. Lou the Bear likes it, and he's looking for high fives from all the fans here tonight as that one goes into the back of the net. The second short-handed goal in this contest, as again, great effort by Julian. He felt the pressure coming. Quick little few dance moves, goes to the backhand, puts it in. Nationals up 5-2 here underneath 20 seconds to go here in this period.
Jacob Julian just taking full advantage of the fact that his stick is like 8 feet long and just makes a move around anybody who comes near him. As Julian, beautiful play as the Nationals, once again, another disheartening short-handed goal in the last minute of play, as not what the Maroons power play wants to see. As with that, we will end the second period as both teams start getting a few more goals on the board. 2 aside, but we will head into the second intermission with the Nationals leading the Bruins 5-2. You're watching London Brewing Co-op's Nationals hockey on Rogers TV.
Is this some kind of Canadian joke, sir? I mean, I know you're the instructor and everything, but we can't carry the ball. How can we get a decent shot at the peach basket?
All right. Maybe we can allow a carry of a couple of steps.
And Mr. Naismith, sir, it sure slows things down having to climb up here every time.
Well, then let's cut the bottom out of the basket.
Ah, but I need these baskets back.
A 100 years after James Naismith from Almont, Ontario invented it, basketball was being played by hundreds of millions of people around the world.
The Canadian film and TV industry recognizes it's time to build a better workforce, which includes more opportunities for Black, Indigenous, and persons of color. HireBIPOC.com is here to help make this happen. Whether you're already in the business, trying to get a start, or in a position to hire, HireBIPOC.com could connect you to the right people. From script to development, production to post, distribution to marketing. Check out HireBIPOC.com now and help build a stronger industry together.
Welcome back, fans. I'm here with the captain of the London Nationals, Owen Mcgowan. Now, Owen, you played in the GOJHL Showcase last week. How was that experience?
It was super neat. It was great getting to kind of play with some players that I had grown up playing against, and it was nice having Bowers there with me to kind of just have someone to lean on.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. You're also the recipient of the Defenseman of the Year award. What do you think it takes to be a good defenseman?
I think it's just someone who comes to the rink every day, puts all their effort in, and someone who can lead by example. I mean, last year, coming in as a new face to the team, I kind of had to show what I was worth and kind of step up in a big way for the guys.
Yeah, for sure. And how are you looking to lead your team this season?
Just again, on and off the ice, coming to work every day, coming out to the ice, practices, games, no matter what, giving it my all and just leading by example for the guys.
Thanks so much, Owen. We'll be right back with more London Brewing Co-op and Nationals hockey right after this.
Ani, I'm Carolyn King, and I'm a member of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and the creator of the Moccasin Identifier. Philip Cote, an artist in Toronto here, took and redrew real moccasins. We're starting over with the children. The idea is that they would research whose land their school is built on, near, or what treaty area they're in. And the educational kit that we have has all that information in there. And the children just, love it. My dream is that this province will be covered with moccasin identifiers within the next decade. And they will forever know whose land they're on. That's the goal. Educate and awareness with a nice, simple little program called the Moccasin Identifier.
The law states a boater must carry up-to-date charts in the largest scale available for the body of water on which they are boating. Nautical marine charts are available for all charted waterways across Canada. Mobile navigation apps can also be a good navigation aid. If you are using an app or electronic charts, it's a good idea to carry paper charts as well. They are a good backup in case of a power failure.
Did you know all the camera operators for tonight's game are volunteers? Rogers TV volunteers learn the skills needed to put on a show, including camera, audio, graphics, and more. If you're interested, visit rogerstv.com/volunteer to sign up. Back here at the Western Fair Sports Center, the Nationals now leading the Chatham Maroons. 5-2 is your score going into the second period intermission, and it was quite a back and forth game in the second period here. A lot different from what we saw in the first period, and the Maroons came out lively.
Absolutely. I mean, that second period, both teams went back and forth with chances, and I mean, the Maroons, give them credit, they're not out of this game yet. I mean, they were able to pot a few goals. You can see they're just beating Aiden Barry. You know, we thought sometimes that he's not human, but tonight he has allowed a few goals. But again, it's Jacob Julian on the effort. He's been a real hard worker tonight. He's been a guy that's now up to a goal a game average now on the season. And the Maroons, again, not out of this. And then here's the second Julian goal. Just a little bit of a dance move and goes to the backhand. And that one, again, shorthanded again. Martin not too happy on that one. And two shorthanded goals inside of the last minute in the first and in the second period. Something he's not going to be happy with.
No, absolutely not. Matheson here, you can see his third goal of the season. Julian his fifth, and then sixth later in the game, and Doyle his second of the season. Nationals really starting to put it together. Special teams coming alive again. Their second shorthanded goal of the game and first power play marker of the night. So really starting to come together exactly what the Nationals wanted to see here. But on the other side for the Maroons, they're getting some decent goaltending performances, but those two goals that the Nationals scored, poor Martin got left out to dry. The rest of the period, he was pretty much fantastic.
Absolutely, and Martin's one of those goaltenders that's going to fight for the very end. And I mean, unfortunately, he did allow those two shorthanded goals, but otherwise he was pretty solid when the Nationals got in front of the net and were able to try to get some scoring chances. He was able to control it a lot. He was able to make the saves when he's needed to, keep everything tight around him, not allow any real open net opportunities, and he's keeping the Maroons in this contest. I mean, they're only down 3 goals. So anything can happen here in the GOJHL. So we'll see what happens in period number 3 and see if Martin can continue to keep his team alive.
Yeah. One team, their goaltenders getting left out to dry. The other one, the Nationals, Aiden Barry, just that second opportunity is where the Maroons are really capitalizing on it. But Barry continues to be pretty much a brick wall in the net. The 2 goals that they did score, they really had to work for.
Absolutely. And Aiden Barry's going to be a goaltender for the Nationals that keeps you in games, allows you to get wins, and that's what Aiden Barry does all year long. He did that last year, he's doing it again this year, and he's keeping everything in front of him. He's pretty square, he doesn't allow too much to get around him, and the goals that he's allowed tonight were really just poor second chance opportunities that were broken down coverage by the Nationals D. And so in that situation, you know, you kind of leave Aiden Barry out to dry in that situation. He can't make all the saves, but he's made the key ones when he's needed to.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, one thing that we do have to see, both teams making big adjustments here going into the third period. Nationals now without Braden Sanavy, and then Bassick out for the Chatham Maroons, all because of this gigantic hit that we saw Sanavy lay on Gervais earlier in the second period. Just probably the biggest hit we've seen all season and might see all season, and not too surprising who threw it.
Absolutely. I mean, Sanavy is going to be a guy all year long that's going to play the body when he wants to. And there he saw a big opportunity to get on the train tracks, run the player over, and then obviously Bassick didn't like the fact that Sanavy did that. And so they decide to drop the mitts. And so their games are over tonight. We'll see what comes. Maybe suspensions, we don't really know. Probably not, just depending on the fact that it was a pretty clean hit overall. But Sanavy is going to be a guy this year that's going to provide the physical presence for the Nationals.
Maroons, once again, another disheartening goal after late in the second period. We'll see if they can rebound here as we get set for the third period after this.
Salt. Toast is burning.
Toast is not.
Every time she has a seizure, she smells something burning. Now, if we can provoke that smell by probing the surface of the brain, we'll find the source of the seizures. Mrs. Gold, do you feel anything?
I can see the most wonderful lights.
And now what do you feel?
Did you pour cold water on my hand, Dr. Penfield?
Now what? What is it, Mrs. Gold?
Burnt toast. Dr. Penfield, I can smell burnt toast. Dr. Wilder Penfield. He cured my seizures and hundreds more. They say he drew the roadmap of the human brain. We just called him the greatest Canadian alive.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy. Or you could use the Arrive Alive smartphone app to help you choose your ride. Be it a friend, transit, or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
This week on Chillin' and Grill with Jeff visits Gonzalez Barbecue, the winner of Best Ribs at London Rib Fest, to see how they do it. Watch Chillin' and Grill with Jeff Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Now take a look at our Paul Duarte and Associates shots on goal after 40 minutes of play. The Nationals led 15-10 in the second period, so up 26-18 after 40 minutes of play, and have still hold on to that 5-2 lead as we look at our next contest here on Rogers TV, as the Strathroy Rockets are in town to take on the London Nationals once again here in our Wednesday night tradition. Now, as always, as we get prepped for our third period, that is brought to you as always by Collins Clothiers. Now back here once again, one player who I wanted to give another shout out to, just extremely impressed with how they played there in that second period, was Jacob Julian. Just his great patience he has with the puck and that insane reach he has was so essential for the Nationals getting those last two goals. It's just been a dynamic force for the team over last season and then really coming into his own this year.
Absolutely. I mean, we talked about it off air. Julian's got a long stick for a forward. He's capitalizing on that here tonight, making those couple of deep moves, able to capitalize, getting 2 goals, 1 power play, and then the other one short-handed. So it's going to be a key opportunity for Julian. He's got 2. Now he's up to a goal a game average. He's going to be a guy that's certainly going to see if he can get another one here tonight, going for the hat trick, a multiple-point night, not any surprise for Jacob Julian here in this GOJHL season.
On the other side of the ice for the Maroons, I really got to keep an eye on Cameron Graham coming into this third period. Doesn't have any goals on the season, but has had at least 3 beautiful chances here, including 2 empty net opportunities, and has yet to bury one. Well, I know he can score. We saw it through last year, including last year's playoffs, and he's got to be a big force for the Maroons if they want to have a chance to come back in this game.
Absolutely, and like you mentioned, Graham's had a few opportunities in tonight's game. The puck just hasn't been able to land on his stick on a solid play for him, and he's had a couple of whiffs, but again, I won't be surprised if we see him try to capitalize on a potential mistake or a loose puck or something that he can just try to get something towards net and see if he can maybe get on the score sheet and get his first goal of the year. But we'll have to see. London might try to tighten things up. Head coach Dave Matsos, I'm sure, wasn't too happy with all those penalties in the second period, so we'll see if these two teams try to clean things up here in this third period.
Discipline, a huge aspect of the game, as it starts on 5-on-4 for the Maroons, but quickly ends as Dundas touches the ice. Puck gets brought up the left wing side, just out of the reach of Julian, and we will go for an icing right away and brought down into Nationals territory.
Yes, the Nationals only had roughly 2 seconds to kill off of that penalty kill, and they do just that, and then they end up icing the puck. They tried just to a soft touch off the glass to try to get a break. Unfortunately, not successful.
Not always the easiest thing to do in full game action. Puck behind the net, Copcock. He'll play it around, picked up by Thompson on the far side. Banks it off the board, gets it up to Julian. Julian has Wood with him. Over to Wood. Wood waits, tries to put a puck right on net. Ends up on the stick of Thompson. Thompson shoots and scores! Braden Thompson gets his first as a National.
Well, when you go to the net, good things happen, and that's exactly what Braden Thompson does. He just waits patiently. He doesn't go in right away. Wood just throws his on goal, and he just waits. The patience there by Thompson, and he just puts this hard. That's just a pure goal scorer's goal. He waits out in front, right in the slot, puts it through the wickets of Martin, and just 30 seconds into this third period, the Nationals now have a 6-2 lead, and again, the first career GOJHL goal for Braden Thompson.
Really exciting to see the players like that who get that first goal on the team, and the big celebration from the rest of the roster for him, as Thompson, his 6th game here with the Nationals, his first goal, takes the monkey off the back as he goes down the line. Back the other way now. Ellison over to McKay. Right into the front, right at the blue line. And the Maroons will just go offside as that one just gets into the feet of Frontier Smith, but he can't hold on to it and will reset outside of Nationals territory. 6-2 is your score now. Shots 27-18 in favor of the Nationals, so really finding the way to get the rubber on top of Martin, making him work throughout this game, the first 2 periods. Dumped into the offensive zone. Pace Roth will take it, spin it back the other way. Just misses the stick of Palmer. Picked up by French Ray at the blue line as he just manages to keep it in. Bouncing puck again. Finally will clear back in the neutral zone. Over to Curtis Hagee. Back off the boards. Over to French. French tries to hit a cross-ice pass over to Milne. Ends up on the stick of the Maroons. Milne will just dump it back in. Frontier Smith. They'll collect it in the corner. Just throw it hard up the wall to Elson. Cross the blue line. Kept in. Now brought back into neutral ice again. Fisher. He'll pick it up behind the Nationals net. Just ends up kicking it up to Lucas Chard. Back to Fisher. Fisher just taps it out of the Nationals territory. Doyle will collect it. Lead pass for Graham, just tipped off his stick. Ends up on the stick of Fisher. Over to Chard. Chard just deflects it in the offensive zone. He'll chase after it. Hits his man in the corner. Doyle throws it around to Graham on the close side. Kept in at the blue line by Fisher. Graham spins, fires off the board, doesn't get any momentum off that bounce. That one stays in the offensive zone. Puck finally clears now. Potential 2-on-1 opportunity here for the Maroons. Walks out, great defensive play by the Nationals as McKinnon denies the opportunity. Down low again. Graham, he tries to bat away at it. Throws it out front, another shot on net. Nice save in tight by Barry as Matheson has another great opportunity to put one in.
And we'll take a look at the goal once again by Thompson. You can see it goes right on the net. There's the shot. It goes off the post, off the skate of Martin and into the net. A goal he's going to want back, and then you can see the monkey flies off the back. He's been waiting for this moment. He gets it, and you can just see the smile on his face. He's happy to get his first career GOJHL goal.
Hey, you don't ask how it happens as long as it ends up in the back of the net. The Nationals now will try to break out of their own zone. Kafka leads the rush, gets across the red line and dumps it in. Bounced off the back of the net. Duarte applies pressure. Gets to the blue line, kept in by McGowan. Now puck gets brought out. That one gets cleared down the length of the ice. Hopcock's first one on there. Dvorak on him. Brought back out. Here comes Dundas. Across the blue line. Over to Duarte. Duarte can't get a hold of it. Maroons will break out the other way. Dvorak now holds onto it, but that one just offside as Sculthorpe couldn't get it over the line in time.
You can see it in the Nationals game where as soon as the Maroons get across the blue line, the Nationals are aggressive on them right away. You see Kopkok there. He stood up right into the blue line. He takes out his man, creates the offside, and he gets his team a change. And that's just something that, as a defenseman, you want to be aggressive on those opposing forwards and apply that early pressure.
Hagee cross ice pass. That one gets tipped and sent right back into the National zone. Hagee quickly moves it out. Stolen by Spence right at the blue line. Puck gets kept in. Held on to by the Maroons. Another tip. That one just clears the zone, though. McKay will pick it up. Over to Spence. Lead pass. Ellison can't hold on to it. Brought across the blue line by Hamlin. Sent around the boards. Played by Pace Roth. He'll get it up to the blue line, but still can't clear the zone. Thompson battles for it. Now will clear. McKay over to Spence. Spence brings it in. Puck gets tipped by Julian. Sent onto the far side. Nationals will clear the zone. Spence will bring it right back in, though. Shot on net. Bouncing puck. Loose puck out front. Barry managed to put it into the corner. Good determination there by Rory Elson. Here comes the Maroons again. Another shot from distance. Barry has to make a nice pad save. Maroons getting some chances. They start pinning the Nationals in their own zone again. Thompson, he gets taken down hard. Puck all the way down. Barry finds the puck and he'll hang on. And some extracurriculars happening out front as Cunningham gets into it. It looked like Logan Pacer off.
Hagee getting involved as well in that little bit of a skirmish. As again, you can just see Thompson, he loses his edge and then he doesn't see the player coming, takes a bump, and that one he didn't see coming as he gets knocked into the Chatham end zone and just he'll go to the bench just in a little bit of discomfort. We'll see if he'll come back. I assure that he will come back in this game, and he took a little bit of a bad bump.
And a quick shot off the face-off win by the Maroons. Frontier Smith, he gets a hold of it. Back to the top of the blue line by Doyle. Throws it down in the corner. Just out of the reach of Culp. Frontier Smith again, he takes a shot. Tipped out front, loose puck again. Cunningham can't get a stick on it this time. Cunningham, he'll walk the line. Tries to find a way in tight. Back to the blue line again. Frontier Smith falls down as he takes the shot. Picked up by Doyle. Doyle's got one goal already in this game. Puck gets cleared out. Bowers can't get a stick on it. Doyle has it. Around the boards of Frontier Smith. It's hit by O'Reilly. McKinnon gets knocked down but managed to get the puck. Now over to Chard. Chard gets taken by Frontier Smith. Brought back out the other way. Here come the Nationals across the blue line. Drop pass, right across ice over to Chard. Chard can't get a stick on it in time. Another pass right into the open ice. Nobody there to get the shot off. O'Reilly gets to the puck but can't quite get enough space to take a shot. Bowers, he gets hit. Nationals still maintaining possession. McGowan walks in, he takes a shot. Nice glove save there by Martin.
McGowan unhappy with how he shot that as he felt he could get that a little higher up in the air, trying to get it up and over the glove of Dylan Martin. And Martin able to see that shot pretty clearly and make the glove save. The Nationals in that situation need to get a body in front of Martin on that one as McGowan took the shot, and unfortunately for him, it was stopped by Martin. Martin able to see that one clearly.
Another shot from McGowan right into the breadbasket of Martin again. Easier save there from Martin as he sees it the whole way. And reset once again.
And Martin's seeing a lot of rubber tonight from the Nationals, and McGowan just at this point doing a shooting gallery.
Cross ice over to Copcock. He'll throw it down in the corner. Picked up, cross ice over to Spence. Spence has a better room to move. Gets around, he gets taken down by Milne. Milne tries to put it back up the boards. French can't play, but Palmer will. Palmer gets across the red line, just dumps it in. Martin has to play it. Picked up on the far side by Kalp. Brought back out. Nice play there by Palmer as he takes the body. It's him and Matherson getting into it right at the center ice area. As the whistle will go, as the linesmen have to get in there and break him up.
And both are going to go off to the box. They'll get coincidentals as they were just having their social chat time right pretty much at center ice. You can see just a little bit of physicality, and then they both don't like what they're doing. Palmer getting a stick in, you know, Matheson getting a stick in as well, and they're just basically doing shot for shot with the cross checks. So the officials have to get in there, and they'll both serve 2-minute coincidentals on that, and we'll still see 5-on-5.
As Ryan Robinson was saying, they're just asking for where to go for dinner after the game. That's all it is.
Absolutely, it's a date night.
Yeah. Face off quickly, won by the Nationals. Get a shot off on net. Picked up by Dvorak as he'll bring it out. Crossover to Stalthorpe. He gets hit hard into the board. Some physical play down low again by Heggie. Another shot on net. That one gets blocked. Dvorak again. Shot down low. Stalthorpe gets a hold of it, but can't quite get any good shot, quality shot off. Cross ice pass again. Another shot. That one just right in the glove of Barry, and he'll hang on. Nice job flashing the leather.
Yeah, it looks like Sam O'Reilly took maybe a puck or maybe a little bit of equipment adjustment for O'Reilly as he goes off on the play as he's limping towards the Nationals bench. He gets off. Hopefully everything's okay with Sam O'Reilly as there'll be a face-off inside to the right of Aiden Berry.
Duarte, he'll get a hold of it. Brings it out. Elson. Nice lead pass as the Maroons get it in the offensive zone again. Walks in, takes another shot. Elson can't quite get a stick on it. It's still loose. And the puck finally finds its way just to the wall. Down to the far corner. Duarte overskates the puck, but manages to come back to it. Gets it over to Pace Roth. Pace Roth just moves his way out front of the net. Let's get it up to Dundas. Dundas gets a stick on it and manages to keep it in the offensive zone by Chard. Chard pinned along the boards, gets it back over to Curtis Hagee. Hagee winds up and just fires it back into the corner. 11:30 left in the game here. Nationals collect the puck. Hagee regroups for the Nationals. Over to Chard. Chard tries to find a pass up the wall. That one gets picked up, but Chard will find it right back himself. Just a great hustle coming in there by LePayne. Chard, he'll bring it out. Dundas just ends up running right into Cunningham at the blue line. Hagee walks in and just a little too much hesitation there as Dundas goes offside.
Yeah, just on that unfortunate break there from the Nationals as Thompson felt there was going to just be a dump in towards the goal. And unfortunately on that one, they just crossed the line offside on that one as we're approaching the midway mark here. Second period, and Chatham starting to even up the shot clock as it now is 29-25.
Beautiful offside call there by Kyle Field. Just picture perfect offside. As play down in the far corner. Riley Wood, he's battling in there, but picked up by Spence. Now tries to clear it out again. Ends up on the stick of Cunningham. Cunningham back to Spence. Cunningham blows a tire, and that will be called as the National is going to get a cross-checking call on the play. As it'll be, looks like Thompson heading to the box here. 2 minutes for cross-check.
You'll see it there. Thompson with just a little bit of a late cross-check on that one as down goes the Maroons player. The FAR official saw that one all the way, and so the Maroons will go to the power play once again here. As again, the Nationals get into a bit of penalty trouble, something that they don't want to do and try to clean their act together.
Picked up now by Sculthorpe. Maroons trying to finally get something going on the power play. Another shot in tight. Beautiful save by Barry. As the battle out front of Barry's crease starts to intensify once again. As McKinnon just getting into it there with Vanevic.
Yeah, those two, again, having a social chat in front of the net and being nice and friendly in front, and McKinnon just being all over Vanevic on that play.
Graham over to Gervais. Kept in by Spence. Spence walks in, shoots, and scores! Beautiful shot there as Craig Spence walks in and puts it home. And the Maroons cut the lead again. Try to bring out some life in their team here with 10 minutes left in the third.
Yeah, you can see it on that one there. Spence is able just to walk in. He beats Barry on the far glove side. And that's just a good goal there by Spence. He's able to walk in. London not able to try to get a stick out that way, and so he's able to capitalize on that one. And Chatham's still in this. They're down 3. Lots of time left in this hockey game.
Exactly what the Maroons needed here with getting their veteran leadership to just lead the way back in this game. Spence gets the goal they need.
Number 55, Julian.
And that's Spence's first goal on the campaign for him. And, you know, defense, they don't exactly score a lot of goals, but when they do, it comes up being clutch. And so, and that's the type of situation he will, again, able to walk right in, shoot that on the far side, beating Aiden Berry clean, no screen in front of him. And again, it's now just a 3-goal lead for the Nationals.
The Maroons don't have a big goal scorer on their roster, so it's a lot of goal scoring by committee. And we've seen that tonight with 3 different goal scorers already. Another penalty coming here, this time to the Maroons. As a little too aggressive is Tyler Hamlin as he takes down his man in the corner.
Again, just the hustle and determination there by Lucas Chard as he's able to come in, go wide, and then you can just see the stick goes right underneath the skates. 2 minutes go up on the clock for the Maroons, and now London has an opportunity to get their 4-goal lead back. As going into the box there is Hamlin as he will go sit, and again, it'll be another power play for the Nationals.
Nationals already one power play goal on the night. See if they can get a second one here. Thrown around the boards to Julian. Julian waits. Back to the blue line to McGowan. McGowan tries to take a shot through traffic. Gets blocked on its way, but still will get cleared out of the zone. McGowan tries to make a diving stick poke to keep it in, but not good enough. McGowan brings it up the right wing side with speed. Finds the puck behind the net, still maintains possession. Spence gets put hard into the boards, and that'll be another penalty, this time coming to Owen Mcgowan.
And now the officials having a conversation on that one, and it's going to be the cross check as McGowan came in just too aggressive on that one, as he's going to go for 2 minutes on it. You can see it right in front of our camera base. McGowan goes right in, makes that cross check, and that's a bit of a dangerous play there as McGowan maybe feels that he went down a little lightly on that type of play, but nonetheless we're going to see some 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 21 seconds, and then after that the Maroons will go right back to the power play as this game has become a march to the penalty box here in this third period.
Absolutely, and the third time we've seen 4-on-4 action in this game. Spence gets a hold of the puck, sends it cross ice to Doyle. Doyle takes the shot, nice blocker save by Barry. Bouncing puck right into the slot. A little bit of miscommunication by the Maroons. Puck will come out, 2-on-1 opportunity. Across the blue line comes Palmer. Palmer tries to get a pass across. Beautiful diving block there by Doyle. And he'll collect the puck and try to bring it into the offensive zone himself, and will. Tries a little backhand pass, that gets picked. And back the other way come the Nationals. Across the blue line is O'Reilly. Back to Palmer. Back to the blue line. Cross ice to Heggie. Heggie takes a shot from range. That one gets tipped and goes wide. Pace Roth, he takes a hit but manages to stay with the puck. Gives it back to Heggie. Heggie assesses the situation, dumps it down low. O'Reilly behind the net, tries to throw it out front to Palmer. Palmer just a little too slow to get to the puck. Now ends up on the stick of Palmer. Over to Logan Pace Roth. Pace Roth tries to get a nice little move to get around his man, but quickly stolen and brought back. He can't quite clear the zone. And will now be picked up by Spence. Novik, that's nice defensive work there. Back the other way, LePayne. He brings in, he's 1-on-1 with Kopkov. He gets pinned hard into the boards. Back to the blue line. Another shot, that one just goes high and wide. Gervais, now to Spence. 20 seconds left on the power play opportunity. That one just goes wide. Cross ice pass, that one gets blocked. Now it gets sent down the entire length of the ice once again. Fortier Smith, he takes the puck, moves it out. Can't quite get anywhere going with it. Penalty is expired. McGowan back on the ice. Down in the corner again, the Maroons trying to generate some offense, but a lot of physical play coming from the Nationals. Puck collected by Dundas. Dundas brings it across the blue line. He's got Thompson with him, throws it out front, tries to hit Thompson with the lead pass, just a little too far into his reach. Cross ice pass ends up in the feet of McKinnon and bounces into the offensive zone. McKay, he'll bring it back out. LePayne will just dump it into the offensive zone. Doesn't get too much distance on it. Ends up right back at the blue line. Long shot again by LePayne, and that one goes right back to the blue line. Kalp, he'll put it on net. That gets blocked. Another loose puck down low. Right off front of the crease. Still can't find it as Barry Ends up in the corner. McKinnon gets pinned against the boards. Maroons will come away with it. Kalp hangs on. Nice little move to get the puck into a nice shooting position, but the shot gets blocked. Kalp again keeps it in the offensive zone. Fisher does some great work to get it out as he just dumps it in across the red line and goes off for a change. Puck gets to the blue line, kept in by French. He'll just throw it backhand pass down low again. As the Maroons, they'll try to carry it out of their own zone. Fornevic, just out of his reach. Stolen now by Hamlin. Hamlin can't get a shot off. Stolen again by the Nationals. They'll bring it the other way. French, he's got Palmer and Dundas with him. Takes it out front. That one just out of his reach. Back down low again. Bowers, he tries to get a hold of it. Misses the check. Maroons with the puck. Across the blue line. Fornevic, he just gets stood up by Hagee. Back to the blue line. Kalp walks in, takes a shot. That one right in the breadbasket of Barry, who tracks that one well from distance.
Yeah, Kalp with the shot on goal, and Barry able to see that one. He makes the save. Easy for him. Shots now read 31-30 in favor of the Chatham Maroons, so they've regained the shots on goal total here in tonight's contest as they're starting to shoot the puck more often. And interesting move here with 5 minutes to go in a 3-goal lead. Chatham decided to pull their goalie.
We'll see if they can just get that pressure and try to get something going. Face off quickly won by the Nationals. Going to be a foot race here. And it goes right to Bowers, and he'll just bury it as that backfired quickly on the Maroons. As Ryland Bowers buries another one for the Nationals. As that is his 3rd goal of the season. One of the easier ones he'll probably score this year.
And Chatham did win the draw, but the Nationals were able to get quickly on it. And then you give Ryland Bowers an open net to shoot at. He's not going to miss from there. And he's able to pot that one. The Nationals now have got a 7-3 lead. They've restored the 4-goal lead. Bit of a questionable decision, to say the least, by Chatham. Down 3 with 5 minutes to go to pull the goalie, but an interesting tactic, but it again backfired.
They won the faceoff, as you said there, Jeremy, but just was a great work by the Nationals forwards to just jump on the D and manage to get the puck quickly. Spence, he can't hang on to it. Nationals will throw it back in the offensive zone again by Palmer. Quickly back the other way. Palmer almost picks it off right across the center ice. Brought across the blue line though, Cunningham. Nice cross ice pass, takes the shot there. But that one just goes off the Barry and into the netting as Dvorak had another good chance.
Yeah, we were wondering earlier if Dvorak has any relation to Christian, which we were talking about, in which it's been confirmed that he is not related to former London Knight Christian Dvorak, as that puck goes up and out of place. So there is no relation between these two Dvoraks, but a name that is certainly notable here in the London area.
Absolutely. Puck goes out of play, so we will regroup outside of the Nationals territory. Thompson in the face-off dot. Will be going up guns going. He gets kicked out. In comes Duarte. Or for French. McGowan now, he'll bring it into the offensive zone. Dumps it down, throws it behind the net. French right out front, calls for the puck, can't quite get the pass to him. McGowan on the far side. Right out front, French tries to bring it out front, loose puck still, Bench battling away at it. And not liking that is Martin, as he takes another just little swing down at French's stick after the whistle.
Yeah, the night Dylan Martin's had, I can understand the frustration. He's allowed 2 shorthanded goals. I mean, he has only been the open netter's not his fault, obviously, with him being pulled with 5 minutes to go, but he's had a rough night. But he's kept Chatham in this game.
Absolutely, as Nationals continue to pelt rubber down at the Maroons net. 33 shots on the game. And a loose puck down low, and that finds its way in. awkward shot, and just something that just catches Aiden Barry off guard. As Craig Spence once again, his second goal of the game on one of the weirder shots we've seen.
Yeah, Spence just again throw it towards the net and it could go in. And this is one where he just kind of just throws it there. Barry a little cheating towards the middle. It goes off of him. Kind of a weird angle for Barry on that one. It goes off of pretty much his chest, deflects into the net. And we got a 3-goal game again as we have 3 minutes left.
Barry comes out to play it. He'll throw it up the wall, kept in by the Maroons. Long shot, out gets blocked. Chard, he'll pick it up and gets control. Graham, he gets some pressure. Puck dished up to McKinnon. McKinnon tries a cross-ice pass over to Duarte. That gets picked off. Now over to Lucas Chard. Chard across the blue line. He's got Julian with him. Waits for the puck. Puck gets stolen by the Maroons. They'll bring it out. McKinnon, he misses on the attempt. Brought across the blue line. Fortier Smith, he takes a shot. Nice save there by Barry. McKinnon up to Julian. Julian brings it across the blue line. He's got Duarte with him. Takes the pass just a little too far ahead of Duarte. Back the other way now. Duarte. Nice pass right out to Julian. Julian looking for the hat trick on the night. Pass right off the board. Big slap shot by Heggie. That one just goes wide. Cross ice again to Heggie. Heggie winds up. He takes a shot, shoots and scores! Curtis Heggie, beautiful shot. And Dylan Martin looks stunned in the crease as he did not think that would have beat him. Curtis Heggie buries his first goal of the year.
Yeah, Heggie just walks into this one as it comes across to him, and Martin's a little stunned as, yeah, just a little floater of a shot. And he beats him on the blocker side, and Martin, like you mentioned, Kyle, just stunned at the fact that that one beat him on the short side blocker upstairs. And again, an 8-4 lead now for the Nationals here with 2 minutes to go.
It's not who you expect to see that shot out of, but beautiful shot by Curtis Heggie. And the Nationals regain their 4-goal lead here with 2 minutes to play. Puck's down in the corner. Dvorak, he tries to make a move, but that gets stopped. On the far side, picked up by Kalp. Brought up the wall by Spence. Just out of the reach of Dvorak. The Nationals will turn back the other way. Up to French. French across the blue line. He walks in. Tries to take a shot, shoots and scores! Beautiful shot is Jaden French. He hits his first goal of the year. A night of firsts, as that's now 3 Nationals with their first goal of the season tonight.
Yeah, and French on that one just cuts towards the middle of the ice, and another one that Martin doesn't quite sure what happened on it. Again, cuts out in front, shoots, and again, it's that blocker's side that Martin seems to be a little confused about. Is at this point in the night, you know, he's kind of maybe packed it in here with a minute to go, as now it's a 5-goal game, and he's just wanting this game to be over.
Martin coming into this game with a .926 save percentage. It is taking a beating tonight. Unfortunately, not the night the Maroons wanted to have coming in here to the Western Fair. As the Nationals have a minute left here in a 9-4 game. Puck thrown down in the corner. Doyle, he'll make a move to get around Duarte. Brings it back out. Just takes some room to skate. Across the blue line, he falls down to the plate. Duarte gets a stick on it. Back to McGowan now. McGowan's pass picked off by Cunningham. Cunningham, he'll walk in. He takes a shot right off the head of Barry. Bounces right over and just over the stick of Goyne. And here come the Maroons the other way. Cross-ice pass intended for Julian. Another chance. Thompson, he takes a shot. Another great save there by Martin. Julian again, he'll hang on. Back to Cock. Waits, takes a shot now. Goes far side, bouncing puck, shot again. And Martin will find it and hang on. 8.7 seconds left here in the game. as the Nationals are going to move to 5-0-0-1 on the season, and the Maroons will fall to 3-3. Not the start the Maroons wanted to have on the season. As face-off scrum there goes to the Maroons, and they'll just hang on to it as time winds down. And linesmen quickly getting in there to avoid any extracurriculars. They tend to seem to happen every now and then between a Maroons and Nationals game. As the Nationals will come away with the win here. 9-4 is your final. You are watching the London Brewing Co-op Nationals hockey here on Rogers TV. We will be back with our final thoughts after this.
Welcome to the traditional, ancestral, unceded territory of the Stalo people. The Stalo are people of the river. I'm so thankful for the courage and resiliency of our ancestors who lived on this land since time immemorial. Each of us have gifts from the Creator, and our Creator has a plan and purpose to be fulfilled in our territory. As we embrace our traditional teachings, we can lead the next generation into the fullness of what our Creator designed. Our shared history reveals a broken relationship. But as all Canadians commit to hear truth, acknowledge injustice, we can learn to walk in our traditional way, Letsamot, with a good heart and a good mind. Then all of our lives will be enriched. Kwasai.
Are you a woman experiencing abuse? Do you know a woman experiencing abuse? Help is available any time of day or night. ShelterSafe.ca is an online map that helps you find a women's shelter or transition house that meets your needs so you can live a life free from violence. ShelterSafe.ca. Help is just a click away.
Did you know all the camera operators for tonight's game are volunteers? Rogers TV volunteers learn the skills needed to put on a show, including camera, audio, graphics, and more. If you're interested, visit rogerstv.com/volunteer to sign up. As we are back here in what turned out to be quite a lopsided third period as the Nationals put their foot on the gas and just pressed out as hard as they could as they close out this game, potting 9 goals, 8 behind Martin, and they looked like they were quite outmatched in this contest tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, the Nationals last week put up a 5+ spot, and again, same thing here tonight. They throw 9 goals into the Chatham net, and they're proving that they're going to be a high-powered offense this year. Dave Matsos, we talked about it last week and at the top of the show, how he likes a physical forecheck, and that's what the Nationals did tonight. They were able to capitalize on Chatham mistakes. Jacob Julian, a multi-point night for him. He was able to capitalize, you know, and a couple of Nationals players getting their first career goals as well here tonight. So overall, a positive result for the Nationals heading into the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely great work all around for the Nationals. Exactly what the Nationals want to see. And that pretty much will do it for Jeremy and myself. We'll sell it down to Jaci for our 3 stars.
Alrighty, guys, and with that, that wraps up tonight's game with the Nationals winning 9-4 over the Chatham Maroons tonight. That puts the Nationals at a 5-1 in their season so far. Alrighty, we're going to announce the 3 stars of tonight. Our 3rd star is Mike Cobcock with his first GOJHL goal. Our 2nd star tonight is Braden Thompson, his first GOJHL goal and an assist. And our 1st star with 2 goals and an assist, Jacob Julian. We'll be back with more London Brewing Co-op and Nationals hockey next Wednesday at 7 p.m. when the Nationals face off against the Strathroy Rockets here on Rogers TV.
Craig.
No worries.
Hi, Krista. Thanks for joining us. Wondering if you can show us how you find your mussels.
Because the water is very turbid, so that means that there's lots of like silt and stuff in it. It looks like chocolate milk. You can't see anything when you first view it. So the viewers help us look for those surface mussels. So what we do, we end up pushing it down to just about the floor, and then we're looking for the shape of the mussels. Sometimes we're looking for just the shells to kind of be just out of the water. Feel around, and a lot of the time we just take up handfuls. And what you're doing, and we found one, so we shake off the loose dirt and we look through it, and here is a snuff box. So it's an endangered species.
So you found this mussel now. What do you do at this point?
So we sex it if it's possible. Not all of them are sexually dimorphic right
Just
away.
before you continue, what does that mean?
It just means that you can tell the difference between a male and a female. So the snuff box have what are called denticles, or little teeth, and they're on the females, and the males don't have that. So that's the easy feature to tell. So this one is a male, and we measure the longest point that goes along the hinge line. So we use the calipers, and we do it in millimeters. And then this one would be 42.2 millimeters in length. And so, and then we would put them back into the water where we found them.
Awesome. Thank you, Krista.
You're welcome.
True or false? A single mussel can filter up to 40 liters of water a day.
Do you have something to share? Let everyone know about your next meeting, your need for volunteers, or your fundraising event on the Rogers TV Community Billboard. Send us your words and we'll bring them to life on Rogers TV and rogerstv.com. When it's time to spread the word, go to rogerstv.com to add your announcement to the Community Billboard.
Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m., it's the RTV Quiz. Giovanni Petiti hosts a weekly trivia competition that lets you play from the comfort of your couch. Play along at home and challenge your friends. And don't forget to follow along on social media. Let us know who's top of trivia, and you can find yourself featured on a future episode.
Are you kidding me, folks?
The RTV Quiz, Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m. on Rogers TV or at rogerstv.com/RTV Quiz.
It isn't the heavy trays that make the job difficult, or the fast pace you need to keep up. It's not working another double because someone called in sick. What makes the job tough is the moment you realize a customer has had enough, and you have to make that decision not to overserve. Refusing service isn't personal, it's the law. We know it's not easy, but we're counting on you to keep us all safe. Thank you, servers, for doing the tough job.
True or false? A single mussel can filter up to 40 liters of water a day. True. A single mussel can filter up to 40 liters of water in a day. They can also live up to 100 years, so that's a lot of water they're keeping clean for us and ecosystems. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for joining and chatting with us. I was just wondering if you could tell us a bit about yourself and what exactly you do with mussels.
So my name is Kelly McNichols O'Rourke, and I'm a biologist with the Department of Fisheries and Oceans, or DFO. And I get to be in the rivers and work with mussels all day, every day.
I'm kind of jealous. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit about the programming you do for DFO.
We work for DFO Science, and we work out of the Great Lakes Laboratory for Fisheries and Aquatic Sciences, which is a huge mouthful, I know. GLIFFIS for short. And that's located in Burlington. And our job really focuses around species at risk mussels. So anything that is listed under the Species at Risk Act as endangered, threatened, or special concern. So we try and figure out where they are. There's a lot of basic information that's not known about them, although they're very important to the environments and the water that they're found in. So we look for where they are. We look at monitoring them. So how are they doing through time? Are they increasing? Are we finding more of them? Are we finding less of them? And that type of thing.
How long has you or the DFO been doing this programming?
I've been with DFO for 10 years, but the programming with mussels specifically started with the Species at Risk Act, so 2003, 2004. There were some mussel surveys done through Environment Canada and Climate Change, formerly Environment Canada, and they started 1996, and that's when mussels really came to the forefront.
Awesome.
And then we really started tackling them once the Species at Risk Act came into effect, because they are one of the most globally imperiled species, not just here in Canada or in North America, but globally they are.
People don't necessarily always think of just freshwater mussels, and I think that hurts their image. But mussels are cool, so.
They really are. And we'll say we work on mussels, and people say, oh, zebra mussels? And we say, no, clams. Most people know them as clams, so that's what we work on. And they are really, really, they're good indicators of water quality. They have this amazing life cycle where they attach to a fish species. The mums have to get their eggs onto a fish species, and they're really cool animals. And a lot of people, don't even think about them because they're at the bottom of the river doing their thing.
Yeah. So you said you've been doing this for quite a while, and I'm wondering if you've seen anything crazy in that time.
So a few things. So I really, really love mussels, but I think my favorite thing about doing this job is you can come to a place like the Sydenham River, which is the hotspot for the number of mussel species in all of Canada, not just Ontario, in all of Canada. So you can come to a spot like this, you can excavate or dig out a 1 meter square, and you can find 50 animals, 10 different species, and generally in this particular river, some of those are species at risk. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that these things can get to be quite old. So we've done a lot of aging in the lab, and to get a rough age estimate of a mussel, you can actually count the rings on them, the little
like
growth lines, like a tree, exactly like a tree. So to get a better estimate, though, what we actually do is we find shells in the river and along the bank, and we take them back to the lab. They're just shells. There's no animals inside them. And we actually do a very thin cut of the shell. So then we count the number of lines that we see in there, and that will give us a really good estimate of how old they are. So something like this animal, this is a purple worryback. It's a threatened species. And this animal here could be 25 or 26, or it could be over 90 years old. So I think that's the thing that really gets me excited, is a lot of these animals have been here for a really long time.
That's crazy.
And in that length of time, they may have only moved a few square meters in their entire lives as adults. So that's really, really cool to me.
So I was wondering, when we're talking about aging mussels and all of that, if you could tell us a bit about their life cycle. I don't really know how they reproduce, how they have babies. You said that they just kind of like get released and latch on to fish. That sounds pretty neat.
This is our claim to fame with mussels, because they're
Clam
not...
to fame.
Clam to, there we go, exactly. So they're non-cute and cuddly. They don't have fur, they don't have big cute eyes. But what they do have is this amazing life cycle where, we have male and female mussels. And once the female mussel gets pregnant, she actually has to get those babies onto a fish. So she has to basically spit those eggs onto a fish. If it's the right fish species, then they're like little Pac-Man, the babies. And so what they do is they clamp onto the fish and they go for a little ride. And then once they're fully developed, they drop off the fish and hopefully land in, substrate that they like or sediment that they like, and live happily ever after. So it's an amazing life cycle, and that also gets into why a lot of these species are so vulnerable and why so many of them are species at risk, is because any threat, whether it's pollution, invasive species, can impact a whole bunch of different stages of that life cycle. So maybe, the mum mussel gets her babies onto the fish, but then maybe that fish dies. Maybe the mum mussel is impacted by pollution or something like that, so she doesn't release as many of those babies as she once could. So there's all of these different areas where this life cycle can be impacted by a number of different threats. So it's not just one thing acting on them, it's a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
And then you tack on the fact that they can live to be, over 90 years old on the long end. And I guess I should say some of them only live to be 6 or 7 years old, but still that's a lot of time to be filtering in, extra nutrients and all of that stuff. So that's what makes them so vulnerable as well.
Is there a reason why they have to latch on to fish?
They have to do that to complete their life cycle. And we think that's because it allows them to move upstream and downstream. Because as I said, an adult mussel might only move a few square meters in their entire lifetime. So when you are attached to a fish, fish move much more, right? Fish can get out of the way if there's been if there's pollution in the water or whatever, but a mussel can't. And so if the babies are hitching a ride on the fish, then they can move upstream and downstream, and they can move further.
I guess you're more likely to find them that way when you do your surveys.
Yes, yes.
So I'm curious as to what we can do for our mussels and help them recover.
I think things like things as simple as educating yourself on mussels. These aren't just little rocks. My husband likes to call them rocks. He says, you work on rocks all day. And I was like, yeah, but they're really awesome. So I think is educate yourself. Know that they're there and know that anything that goes into the river is going to impact them. Things like trying to reduce pollution, recycling, things like that. And then if you do see a mussel and you want to report it to us, we do have an app. It's called the Clam Counter app, and you can go onto it. It's free to download on your devices, Apple and Android, and it will help you identify an animal. And at the end of it, you can take some pictures and then you can report it. So maybe it's a new location and maybe we need to go out there and do some more surveys. So that's another way that it's kind of getting some citizen science involved as well. So that's another way. And that app was developed by us and the Toronto Zoo. So it's really cute. It's got some good graphics, it's got some good animation and lots of pictures.
Perfect. Well, thank you. I think we should go and see if the team has found any cool mussels.
Excellent. Let's do it.
Did you know the East Branch of the Sydenham River has been designated as one of 13 freshwater key biodiversity areas in Canada by the International Union for Conservation of Nature? Learn more at sydenhamriver.on.ca.
Your visit isn't really necessary.
I'll judge for myself.
I know you're an MP, Miss McPhail, but a woman has never...
I am not leaving till I do. How can such a society be called civilized? If those appalling conditions don't change, that prison will explode!
Perhaps our lone lady member is too fragile to know what is normal in a prison.
Is this normal?
Her courage would lead to the overhaul of the entire Canadian penal system. Agnes McPhail, Canada's first woman MP.
Did you know the East Branch of the Sydenham River has been designated as one of 13 freshwater key biodiversity areas in Canada by the International Union for Conservation of Nature? Learn more at sydenhamriver.on.ca. Well, it looks like the team's been busy and you have quite a few to show us. I was just wondering if you could tell us what these mussels are and kind of how you tell the difference.
Yeah, for sure. Because we do have 41 different species in Ontario. There's quite a lot. And I think at this particular site, we found probably 18 or 19 species over the last couple of days. But we have here the northern riffle shell, and you can see these fine green rays on it. And it's almost like a yellowy orange color. So that's a really distinguishing feature for these. The neat thing about these is that they are a globally imperiled species. There's only 4 populations that are actually reproducing in North America right now, and the Sydenham River has one of the best ones. So that's really exciting. This is a female. We got a female here and then a male here. And sometimes you can tell the difference between the males and females just by their shell.
Wow, okay.
And then you're holding some cute little ones too. So this is the foot. This is the muscular foot. So this is how adult mussels move. They stick that foot out into the river bottom, pull their shell back onto it.
Wow, what a color too.
Yeah, so when I was saying they only move a few square meters in their lifespan, that's why. It's a very slow process. But this is an elk toe. This is a common species, and you can see that the rays on this one are quite a bit thicker. We have the purple warty back, and the common name really does help you identify this because you can see all of these little warts on it. On the inside of the shell, it's purple. It can be light purple, dark purple. So here we have a juvenile kidney shell, which is an endangered species in Canada. And you can actually see that when these guys are really small, they have this byssal thread. So it's just like an elastic string. And what they do is they anchor it to rocks, or they attach it to rocks so that they don't float downstream because they're so small. So as juveniles, we typically see this byssal thread with them.
Wow, this is awesome. And I can't help but notice that the names of our freshwater mussels are just so very unique.
They
and
really
a little
are.
Weird.
Yep.
So I'd love to know what your favorite mussel is.
Oh, so my favorite mussel is the three-horned wartyback, and it's a mussel. It's about this big. This is not one, but it has got 3 huge bumps on it. Only 3, always only 3. And when I first started working on mussels in my undergrad, it was the first one I could confidently identify. So it has now become my favorite. Unfortunately, we don't see too many of those, but I always get excited when we do.
All right, let's go find out other people's favorite mussel species. All right, what's your favorite mussel?
My favorite mussel is the snuff box.
Oh, and why is that?
Because it attaches to the end of log perches, and it spews its larva onto the log perch, and it's super cool. It's very alien. It's awesome.
Thank you. All right, what's your favorite mussel?
The maple leaf. It's really easy to tell apart because it's got 2 lines of bumps down it.
Awesome. I just would like to know your favorite mussel.
I'd have to say a pink heel splitter because it's pink.
Awesome. So what's your favorite mussel?
It's a purple warty back because it's pretty. Look how cute.
What's your favorite mussel species?
So my favorite mussel species is the northern riffle shell, and one of the main reasons for that is that it is a globally imperiled mussel, and the Sydenham River is one of the best remaining reproducing populations on the entire planet.
That's truly amazing. Thank you. So what's your favorite mussel species?
I think the deer toe just because it's pretty.
Oh, thank you. So what is your favorite mussel species?
Our favorite mussel species is the snuff box. So this is a sexually dimorphic species, which means we can tell the difference between the males and the females.
So the female has the denticles, which are like teeth on their shell, and they actually grab the log perch, which is a fish. It'll grab it on the face.
So what's your favorite mussel species?
My favorite mussel species is a pocketbook, but this is my second favorite, which is a big old mucket.
Thank you. So what's your favorite mussel species?
My favorite mussel species is the elk toe because of the way that it is.
Perfect. So we learned a lot about mussels today, from their reproduction to what exactly they do for their environment and how they have very unique and weird names. But we got to remember not to get hung up on the weird names, and mussels are imperative to our environment. So thanks for joining me today, and I just wanted to let you know my favorite mussel is the rayed bean. See you in nature.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Sports fans know Sundays are for football. That's why you need NFL Sunday tickets. With NFL Sunday Ticket, you'll get every live game, every Sunday afternoon, all season long. Follow your favorite teams and players live in HD. Order NFL Sunday Ticket and get up to 200 regular season games. Call your local service provider today.
I'm Nicole Martin, the proud ambassador for the Comfort Bear program. Comfort Bears provide these cuddly bears to local children who are terminally ill, facing trauma, or battling a serious illness. Every $20 donation will place a Comfort Bear into the loving arms of a child involved in our program. It is our hope to distribute 1,000 bears in 2022. Please join us and provide comfort to kids in their time of need.
You're watching Rogers TV.